What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is A2D Wednesday nights. Eagles, Bears, Black Friday preview. Giddy up. Let's go.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Welcome in, everybody, to all the grown-ups out there, right? We know where all the amateurs are right now, and you'll be listening to this tomorrow morning, all hungover in your bed after amateur hour tonight. So everybody out there, be careful. Okay, get home safe. Call a friend, call an Uber. A lot of ways to get home. That being said, welcome in, everybody. HUD Wednesday nights, brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, no eating. Ryan Elizik. That's Greg Mwakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in. Let's go over it all. Phillies hot stove. Talk at the end. Little Kettle Marte. I'm in. I mean, we'll talk about it later on. There's some other names we can discuss. Sixers rolled by the Magic. That was a good time last night. That was by like 100. That was over after halftime. You know what I mean? And it's hard to be over by halftime. Really over by, I would say, 3 minutes into the third quarter. So we'll talk about the Sixers and the injuries, and man, it just doesn't end. So we'll discuss it. Eagles, Bears, preview, predictions, players of the game. You know how we do it. All ties into our poll question. Let's jump into it. A win on Black Friday, regardless of how messy the offense looks, is enough for me to feel confident the Eagles are still legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Do you agree? Disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, that's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, join our conversation tonight. All right, come sit at our Thanksgiving dinner. All right, come sit at our table. All right, come join us. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely. You go to 9-3, you beat another 8-3 team, a really good football team over there, regardless of who they played. They found ways to win games. Okay, and knowing that, I mean, messy, I would prefer not that messy, Greg, Ryan. No, I prefer to be clean, but I don't care. I will pound the table for I don't care anymore. I like winning. I enjoy as a fan winning. This ain't a beauty contest, right? This isn't all this. It's not everything extra. It's not how many you win by. It's not a rating system. You're not getting rated by like ESPN beat writers, like rating all the teams. It's not what it is. It is right now. But when the last one's last standing, do you care how it looks? Like, I don't get it. I don't care how it looks. Like, I need good enough, though. Right? You need some more consistency from the offense. But what do you mean by messy? Like, I don't know if you can win by being messy on Friday. I think you're going to have to play decent. Now, if you could say not up to what we hope, right? If you're saying like, hey, it looks the same, a lot of the same, then yeah. If you're saying downright messy and we're scoring like 8 points and off a 2-point conversion, and we win like 8-6, okay, maybe we're having a little bit different conversation, right? But if it looks the same and we win, I don't care. Is that fair? That's what I agreed to. Right? If it looks the same, which has been messy. So that's been messy. Hasn't been good enough. And what do we expect changing Friday? Devontae Smith out? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, maybe not.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. But
either way, not ideal. Guys are banged up, a short week, and a good football team coming in. You got to find a way to get right. And last week felt like the week they were getting right in the first quarter. Hey, here we go. They figured it out. Jalen's pissed off. Giddy up. No. So, but listen, I agree that because right now they're a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Even with how bad the offense has been, they're still a legitimate Super Bowl contender. So a win's a win, baby. A win's a win. We're past Thanksgiving. We're getting December football. Wins are wins this time of year. And because it's even bigger than this. And this is why I'll end it. Why I agree even more to this poll question, which is the most important reason I agree to it, is that you can't have what happened in 2023 happen again. And you have to end losing streaks. You can't allow losing streaks to happen, is what I should say. Right? You can't let one game turn into two games and turn into three. You got to end it. Damn good football teams, Super Bowl contenders, they put an end to that stuff. They put an end to the noise. Go win a football game Friday, and I completely agree with the poll. Rant, open, over.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree to the poll as well. And I go back and look at the way I approached the 2017-2018 team, right? I hated Doug Peterson so bad that I wasn't willing to give credit for just winning football games all the way through to the Super Bowl, right? Picking against the Eagles every week. Now, I was playing some games there, right? Playing some of my power games there. But the reality is I hated Doug, right? So I allowed that to cloud how important just winning in the NFL is, right, Tommy? As you mentioned, we're here in December now. All it matters is winning games. Do I hope that it looks like, the second half of the Rams game or that Giants game, right, when we beat them at home? Do I hope it looks like that? Absolutely. I would love a stress-free Black Friday evening, afternoon, to just sit there and watch my team absolutely demolish the 27th ranked defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love that. But at the end of the day, being 9-3 is more important to me than how it looks. Because all it matters in the playoffs is winning that game. Yeah. Playoffs is win or die. Right? Win and move on or go home. So it doesn't matter how it looks to me. It just matters that you keep winning. Keep stacking wins. Get there. Because once you get to the playoffs, anything happens. Anything can happen. So I agree to the poll. Just win, baby.
You nailed it. And Eddie, you're right. Yeah, Eddie's like, I can't lie. I feel nervous for the first time ever all year about Friday.
Yeah.
This city will melt if they lose. And he nailed it. It'll blow up. And that's why you got to end it. That's why you can't allow what happened in 2023 to happen again. We all believe that is an anomaly. That's not who they are. Right? I believe they're who they showed they are last year. I still believe they're that football team. Some were in here, but they're fighting the uphill battle that is the year after you win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? And they're fighting at 8-3. So don't let anything else come inside this locker room. And what I mean by that is go get a win Friday, and it ends it for a minute. It ends it because you don't want those extra days off now. Those extra days become a problem. More outside noise, more ways to divide a good football team. And we'll talk about, the rest as we get in the score predictions and stuff. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Look, this team, regardless of however they play, basically from this point on through the end of the season, you're a Super Bowl contender. Because regardless of even if you lose this week, if you lose to Buffalo, if you lose another game, you're still going to win the division. You're going to have a home playoff game. You're gonna have to. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat you in January, right? It's going to be that difficult. This team reminds me of what the Chiefs looked like last year. If you guys remember, it's some of the games that they had where everything that they had was close. They didn't look good, right? And then where'd they end up anyway? In the Super Bowl, right? It comes down to, good coaching and good defense and proven guys who know how to win late, right? The two of their losses this year have been, collapses in the second half, right? You lost to the Broncos earlier in the year when you were, again, kind of took your foot off the gas, right? And then you just let, Bo Nix of all people just have a decent second half. And, with you playing so passive, they come back and win that game. And, we talked about it last week. I think I said where it was they're playing possum. I feel like they're playing possum. They just don't want to give away whatever their offense is. And I'm all right, they come out, they score 3 touchdowns in a row to start the game. I'm wow, am I a genius? Am I this awesome? No, because then they go like 3 and out, like turnover, 3 and out, missed field goal, just all this other random shit where you're just not moving the football. It's going to come down to them just – you don't have to do everything explosive, but you have to mix in different things. The reason that their offense has been so successful recently or previous years, being able to move the football in this simple offensive game plan, at least throwing the ball around, was because your offensive line was really good and because you're able to run the football. But obviously, your offensive line has not been very good this year, and Saquon had 10 carries for 22 yards last week. We only had 5 yards before contact. Like, if you're not able to run the football, you have to find other ways to move the ball. Right, and running hitch routes and deep balls all the time isn't going to do anything when these guys are expecting you to throw the football. I don't remember. I think I mentioned it before we got on here. Not sure what the stat was, but like if Jalen throws the ball like under 25 times in a game, the Eagles have only lost like a handful of times. Super Bowl 39 times on Sunday.
Yeah, you don't got.
You were winning or tied for the entire game. The entire game. And you ran the ball, I think, 20 times, maybe. And half of those were Jalen just either scrambling or design runs. So
last year, I think it was, you weren't with us yet, right? It was last October. We sat on here and said, this is a real simple formula. You guys can call me a hater. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But I'm keeping it real how this football team wins. And when he throws under 25 times, they win all the time. Like, they don't lose. And then that stat. Stats just adds on to it. It doesn't mean it's always they're never going to win, but they lose a lot more when he throws a lot. To the whole point, they just do. There has to be his legs. If the running game isn't working, his legs have to be used.
Yeah,
like this isn't hard.
It's got to be his legs, right? If Saquon, I don't know if it's probably coming down to the fact that Saquon ran for 2,000 yards last year and he had 1,000 touches, whatever it was, right? His legs are tired. You can't not say his legs are tired. The offensive line obviously hasn't been good, but when Tank Bigsby's gotten his limited carries, he only had 1 carry last week. How in a game where you're up 21 points, how does a running back only have 1 carry if something's not working for a different guy? Like even if you're doing like a side pitch or like a backward screen or something else. Like Saquon had 7 catches this week. They were trying to get him the ball in different ways, but you got to find easier ways to move the football. You can't go 3 and out like after your defense is just out there. They just gave up a touchdown or like even the interception drive where Reed had that pick. It was an 11-play drive. They were out there forever. It's like you can't put everything on the defense. And I think it's coming back to bite you a little bit because now Makuba's hurt. Reed left that game last week. Your defensive line is out there a lot more. You don't have the depth as much as you used to, right? It's coming back to bite you. And obviously you gave up 24 points unanswered. Now, a lot of that is because your offense couldn't move the football for 42 minutes, but you got to find ways to move the ball. Now, this defense and the talent you have on offense is going to keep you in a spot where you can actually continue to be a contender, and you're not going to not be a contender, but you're not a favorite anymore. You don't control your destiny anymore, and you have to figure out a way to make things easier on yourself if you want to actually go and try to have a chance to repeat.
So you agree? Disagree?
I mean, I agree in principle that the Eagles are going to be a contender no matter what happens. But right now, I mean, the offense has to be better. If you want to win the Super Bowl, your offense has to be better. So I guess in principle, if the offense looks bad, I would disagree.
Look, you stole the words right out of my mouth. Look, Sunday's performance after the first quarter was completely pathetic, despicable, and unacceptable. Okay? And if we play like we did on Sunday for the large majority of the rest of this season, not only are we not a Super Bowl contender, we'll barely make the playoffs. Look,
I think it's a little bit of overreaction.
This football team
I think it's a little bit of a reaction. We just won 2 games by barely getting into double digits because our defense shut people down. So they say that like, if it doesn't change, we might not make the playoffs. Like now all of a sudden the defense can't play. You know what I mean? Like
from the second quarter on, and don't get me wrong, the defense was a problem. All right, but more to the point, and to what Ryan was saying, we didn't move the fucking ball after the first quarter. Okay? We didn't move the ball. We couldn't run the ball. The offensive line got absolutely steamrolled by a very average Dallas defense. Now I get it. They grabbed Quinnen Williams in the trade and they made a few upgrades. All right. But we got dominated on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. All right. Our front 7 after the first quarter, we could barely touch Dak Prescott. Okay. And on offense, I mean, the Dallas's defensive front 7, they lived in our backfield. There was no holes at all for Saquon. None. We couldn't run the ball. And if you can't run the ball and you're constantly relying on passing, when you have a 21-point lead, any incompletion you have, essentially the clock stops. So really, we're giving Dallas forever and a day to get back in the football game. And, you know, I mean, to Dak and to Dallas's credit, they took advantage of a variety of miscues, you know, all over the place. I mean, 14 penalties for over 100 yards, for about 100 yards. Okay. We had 2 critical turnovers. And my God, what the fuck was Gibson thinking? All right. I mean, the offense let us down. The defense let us down. The special teams let us down from the second quarter on. It doesn't get much worse than that. I mean, what was Gibson thinking fielding that ball inside the 5-yard line?
I mean, of course, but it didn't matter.
I know.
Like,
in that instance, yes.
Why is he back there to begin with when the guy's led the league in fumbles? Right? Why is he back there to begin with? Okay,
and Britton Covey's in the building.
But I have some issues with like a little bit like.
There were issues all over the place.
No, it's just the 14 turnovers. Like you can end Sunday, the conversation on Sunday starts and ends with 14 penalties. That's where the conversation starts and ends with. Nothing else matters. Like we can't say they didn't move the ball in the second half because yes, they did, but it got brought back by penalties. Like there's point. They were getting possibly the one that Dallas got that would have gotten down to the 40, ended up coming back to our 40 right after the half. That's points right there. Okay, you can't have that stuff. So it's not even play calling. The people that are bitching about play calling, that's not the case right now. It's not the case. You can't have that many stupid penalties, okay? Because then you had the pick play, which wasn't a pick play. Another big first down to Dallas Goedert that people forget about. Like when you're going backwards, there's no rhythm. So that's the issue. The issue with this football team is focus and discipline. That's the issue with this offense. Focus and discipline. So when you get back to the focus and discipline part of it, they'll be able to have more success offensively. But when you're creating 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 penalties, right? Come on. You're not winning football games with a 21-0 lead or not. You are not winning in this league. You won't. You will not. All right. So, I mean, I got more issues from Sunday, but that's issue number 1. It starts and ends with that problem. And that's been a problem all year. Big plays, big runs, different things like that get called back on this football team a lot. And, and that's where that's where, one more points come from, but that's where drives happen, right? That's where momentum comes from. So, again, is there issues here? Yeah, for sure. I mean, Sunday's issue with the running game comes that they run 3 D tackles, right? They run 5-man D lines. They weren't prepared for that because they only ran that. You can listen to Landon Dickerson. They didn't come from me. They only ran that like one time last week. So they didn't prep. That wasn't like what they expected Dallas to do. That being said, you need adjustments, okay? but that's Dallas' strength of their D tackles. So, they played a little bit more to their strength there. Not an excuse, but that could make, that made the running game look even worse than it is. But they just need to listen. If you cut penalties of 4 or 5 a game, I guarantee they'll have a lot more success. And this offensive line hasn't had all 5 guys more than one time this year. So how many, that's tough. And then the guys that are playing are still banged up. This is the problem. If you watch football, the first thing you teach a kid is like, hey, you win on the offensive and defensive line. Well, why are we struggling offensively? Do we think Kevin Patullo now, that's been in this league for how many years, is a moron? Or do we think that when you can't run block, it's night? So why I think he's a moron, and where I think the organization are morons, is by not running Jalen more. I think that's where you can open the rest up. There it is.
As far as
Paul, here. Hold on. We got a lot of static going on. Give it a second. But that's the problem. You don't run the football well. The penalties. Noah said both of those things. I'm just not as doom and gloom as everybody else is yet. Friday I might be there, right? But right this moment, I still believe in this football team that they're tough. Now, safety-wise, is Reed back?
Yes, most likely.
All right. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
It'll be Reed and the human missile, Sidney Brown.
He's a moron.
Yeah.
I hate him. Stinks. This is going to be ugly. Every
Sidney
time he's
Brown
out there,
can't play.
no,
He
he stinks.
Period.
Stinks. Absolutely stinks. Now I'll probably pick a ball off.
Absolutely. When they announced him playing, he's absolutely my defensive player of the game. 1,000%.
Pat's up in the air, Patty. So no, do you agree or do you disagree to it too? You feel like if it's messy offensively?
If we play like we did Sunday, we got no shot. But
that's not what I'm asking. If they play
they
like
win
Sunday and they win,
we clean it up a little bit and win the football game. Yes, we're still a contender. I agree to the poll.
Let's all think about this though, right? We just all went through 23 minutes of what they did bad on Sunday, right? No, you ran through a whole list of things.
Yep.
And it still took a last-minute field goal to beat us.
That's why they're a contender. Because if
they play 100%, right?
If they play average the rest of their time, if you give me those first 3 drives you had where you scored 3 touchdowns, then you play average the rest of the game.
And a missed kick. And a missed kick. We missed a kick in there.
Yeah, and a missed field goal, right? Yep. So if you just play average, if you get a couple field goals in the second half, you win the game. Which is why it's so goddamn frustrating.
Yeah,
if
I'll give you that.
Do anything at all, anything relatively somewhat positive where you don't shoot yourselves in the foot, you win the game. Which is why they're a contender, and it's so frustrating to watch. They're too talented to be doing this shit every week. And that's the frustrating part. But it's also look, if you have one semi-decent drive that gets you in the red zone and kicks a field goal, you're at least going to overtime. You do have 2 drives, or if Jake misses that kick or makes that kick, your game's going to be overtime.
Or
you don't shoot yourselves in the foot with penalties.
Zach Ball catches that pass.
That too.
The refs give us a chance to sub, and Brandon Graham gets off the field, and they don't throw offsetting penalties on the Kobe's pick.
Okay, I thought I was losing my mind. There was a point where Dak hiked the football and looked like the ref was trying to run up and stop.
And they just let it go.
They just let it go.
And that was the offsetting on the Kobe's pick.
Yeah.
Again, all that happens. You could go back and forth on the Cooper pass interference, right? Was it defense? Was it offense? Was it the play on? Because he caught the ball anyway, right? So if it's a no flag, he caught it. But all of that happens, and it still took all that and they just barely beat us.
Yeah, this is the contender
in their Super Bowl. That was their Super Bowl for the year, because they're getting rolled on. They're getting rolled tomorrow.
Regardless if they get rolled or don't get rolled, right? It doesn't matter. We just answered. It's a damn good football team.
Yes.
You guys hit the nail on the head. If they just played average offensively for the rest of the year, they got a chance to win a Super Bowl. They don't have to be the glitz and the glamour. They don't have to be the greatest show on turf. But the only way at this point now, since we've seen it, we have enough of a body of work now. And that's what people are coming at me on Instagram because they don't really understand the context of what I'm trying to say is that Sunday made me realize officially we can't run the football. Like officially, if there was any question marks, if anything was up in the air, that's what I was getting. If anything was up in the air about us running the football, that was the last nail was in the coffin on Sunday. So knowing that, I have to do something different now. Okay. I left her, hey, honey, lay down the whole time. At some point, I got to reverse her, spin her around, and I got to get some. At some point, you got to do something different. Don't be Jonathan Gannon. Don't be Uncle Missionary. At some point, spin her around. I know a lot of guys out, a lot of amateur hours out tonight, just hoping to spin something around, right? Right? And probably feel like they can be better play callers. What we need is some misdirection, right? What we need is, I don't know, maybe a double reverse. I don't know. Do something. But the easiest thing you can do is let him run. Let him run. Not design runs. Tell him. You don't see it, go. You don't see it, go. You don't like it, go. You know, at this point, that's how we're going to open up everything else. That's the conversation I sit in my meetings as a QB coach, as an offensive coordinator with my quarterback and say, if you don't like stuff, just go. Because that's going to open up the rest. We have that body of work now. This is what we try doing to Donovan in a way. Stay in the pocket. Be who you are. You developed as a passer. He has, right? I believe you can sit in the pocket and throw the football enough, right? But your biggest asset, your biggest attribute is your ability to run. And then you say, okay, Diamond, he gets hurt. Guys get hurt more in the pocket than they do running the football. They just do. So he's got hurt doing both, but I get the fear organizationally to not want to do it. But now we're at the point now where it's like gloves are off.
Yeah, we're past that.
We're past that.
You're into your contract, right? This isn't no more like, hey, rookie contract. Let's be careful with them because we haven't paid them. You pay. So we're stuck with your money anyway. So, yeah, we're past that. It's kind of like the issue or the question that Joe Burrow is getting right now is why are you coming back now? Right? Like, yo, you're the franchise. And Joe's like, this is a physical sport. People get hurt all the time. If I'm healthy to play, I'm going to tell my guys that I'm healthy to play, and we're going to roll. And that's what we got to do. We're like we all said, we're into November, into December. We just got to win games however it is. If that means up in Jalen's rushes, then that's what we got to do.
Well, it's not even up in his rushes. It's telling him in the pocket, go more.
Well, yeah.
Because that brings safeties up. That starts having guys creep up to the line. When we talk about the RPO format with him, again, right? He's got to take 2 or 3 of those and keep them, all right, and run with them. And even if he's gave him 5, 8 yards and has a 1, 10, 12 yarder in there, right? Mm-hmm. Now safeties have to respect it. So what opens up there when my safety has to play down more in the box? Deep balls, the things we do best.
One-on-ones, which is what we want to throw anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And again, guys, I get it with Kevin Patullo. I'm not here to defend Kevin Patullo for his job or anything. Let me be very clear with this. This isn't a defend Kevin Patullo train, but if all your blame and frustration goes to Kevin Patullo, I feel like you really don't know football. That's where my head goes. If all your blame is going right there, come on, man. There's too much talent for that. There's too much talent.
To kind of answer the question anyway, I don't think because we won the Super Bowl last year, you lost your OC. You lost your OC after the season was over. There wasn't anybody to go and find.
Yeah,
so,
who were you getting at that point? Yeah. Absolutely right. Everybody else got swooped up.
There's nobody there
now.
Pun intended. Pun intended.
Like, who are you going to do now? You're going to go make a change at offensive coordinator now? Like, who are you going to go? What are you going to do?
Good teams don't do this.
No, you're going to go bring in Dable now? That's a circus, right? Like, you don't do that. I saw somebody say that the other day. Like, let's go do that. That's a circus. That's what clowns do.
If you want to bring him in as a consultant, and like an advisor and just someone to toss ideas out there, cool. But he's not coming in to call plays. Not doing that in November.
That's stupid.
Good teams don't do that.
You know what you do? Let your quarterback call more at the line. Stay up tempo. Things we've talked about for weeks. they have better drives when they're up at the line and he gets to see stuff more. Like they just do.
You know what they did in the first 3 drives in the game? That.
Mhm.
And they took I think they took like a delay of game penalty or like a false start penalty a couple times because you're getting the line with 6 seconds left and you're trying to be like, all right, hey, it's a silent count like on the road, even though obviously there were a lot of Eagles fans there. Like you don't have any time for these guys to do anything.
No, it's why you're not on the line all day. Like,
We talked about that all season, right? We talked about that all season.
Every
like
week.
an answer is why they score 21 points and then you go away from something that scores your points. Like it's a mind F. Like it really is. Like what are you guys doing?
You throw AJ Brown 4 slants in the first quarter, then you don't throw him another one the rest of the game. Except when you tried to throw it to him on like the last play of the game, where the dude's
Everybody knew.
standing exactly where he's gonna go. Exactly where he's gonna go. Then that one maybe you do an out and up or some shit. But like you can't just run the plays that are gonna work all the time, which I've been saying to do for weeks, and then finally I decided to do it. And then you go to it for a while, you completely go away from it until you need it to happen, and then it's covered because they know what you're going to run. So you got to find a way to make easy completions. And it looked easy for the first couple of drives last week, right? Can we do that again? Do we do a little bit of motion offense? Do we do a little do we do a trick play here or there? Get guys off their toes a little bit? Like
You gotta show some other stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know who the Bears DC is, right? But I assume he's probably just as aggressive as Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson are, because he's probably from the Lions camp.
I go back to the same thing that made Nick Foles successful here, right? It was RPOs with Nick Foles and it was successful.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right, like you got a hurt offensive line, right? Like same thing in 2017. Like guys, history can repeat itself. Like you had some of the same problems with injuries and whatever. So now make it simplify it because you're not simplifying. You're actually making it harder on defenses. You have 3 things to worry about when you go here. Like when you go there, I got to worry about him, these guys, and a quarterback who runs. Before even with this Nick Foles, I didn't have to worry about him running.
Right.
And we still were able to get big chunks out of it.
Yeah, they were designed. Obviously, he's not keeping it, right?
Well, he kept a couple, if you remember going back.
Yeah.
He kept probably a chunk of them for you get you like an 8-yarder because nobody would be over there. You know, like so. I mean, yeah, but because teams didn't respect him running, but when you have to respect him running, now the DN can't crash in right on your run. There's so much that can't happen, and if it does, then he read it wrong, right? But I'm going to trust in the guy who started his career in an RPO format. Like take him back to the basics. And I don't mean the basics that he's not good enough. I mean the basics like you take a whole offense down to the studs. And that's what that does. And it can open up so much. I don't know. I don't want to keep saying the same shit because it's so simple. It's so simple, right? Everybody talks about motion and all that. I'm good with motion. I will love it. Okay? Audibles, all that. RPO it. You have a team built for it. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Sit here on Thanksgiving Eve. All right. And I can sit in a basement with no cocktails, just a Fanta and a cold brew and sit here and tell you, like, I can help you. I'm not going to sit here and design plays for you. It's not what I'm here to do. What I'm here to do is tell you that I know what works. I've watched this offense enough. We all have. I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I know what Jalen does extremely well. And I can't run the football. So guess what? This is what I got to go do.
Yeah, and that's what makes that. Sorry, that's what makes that fourth down play even crazier to me because you didn't do any of that, right? 4th down for the game, you didn't, or the 3rd down play because the third down, right? Because we're not going for it 4th and 16. But it was a straight shotgun drop back. There was no get him outside the pocket. There was no RPO. There was nothing to use his athleticism.
But hold on, real quick. I don't mind that because I think in that factor, I think in the 3rd and 2, a lot of people are assuming you're going to get him out of the pocket and it can assume some of those things. But to your point, Greg, I get on the premise of what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's his internal clock that ain't open from the jump. That get up in the middle.
Yeah,
You get a yard. So like, part of me is like, you should know that on 3rd and 2 as a quarterback. Your pocket awareness needs to know that. Like, you need to know that. And at worst, you need to throw that ball into the turf then. So, listen, not a great design of a play call. Agree on all that shit, right? But that's where players with legs make up for the bad play call. Because I don't give a shit about coaches half the time. If you got a guy who can run, if you got a quarterback who can run, half the plays are broken anyway. I mean, half the plays, if you got a quarterback who stays in the pocket and can move around like he does, most of your plays are broken anyway. So it's how good do your receivers run off the breakdown? And so whatever. I'm sitting on my soapbox with it. But it can be it has the talent to be better. I mean, what other injuries are we worrying about this week? Is Jurgens good?
I hadn't heard anything on Jurgens.
I think Cam's okay. I think Smitty's going to be okay. I think why is because it said shoulder and illness.
Yeah.
I think he was sick today.
And chest.
So,
yeah. So I think he's going to be all right.
It's probably when he came down, right? It's probably when he came down.
Yeah, well, he made a sick catch, landed on his back, and just I think he'll be okay. Big one's probably Makuba because we already talked about how bad Sidney Brown is.
Now is Makuba? They won't know until after
he's on
surgery.
IR.
They put him on IL, so he's at least down 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good news that they didn't just is it, pop him or whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah, I don't know if you can pop after the year, but
but I don't know if you can designate like just a season-ending IR at this point. But I think they just put him on. I think that they think he's going to be able to come back. And I think it's pretty big that they didn't put Lane on IR because I think they want him to come back like week 14 or 15. So
yeah, they're definitely holding out for Lane. They're not putting them on IL.
Yeah. So
which is interesting because you have that Willie Lampkin's got it. There's a move for Willie Lampkin going to have to happen sooner or later, if not this week, next
gonna
week.
Be, what's his name? The punt returner. Gibson.
Gabriel Gibson.
It's gonna be Gibson.
Well, Covey's playing this week.
Well, yeah, they elevated Covey, so there's no reason for Gibson to be on the roster.
He took, Covey took Makuba's spot for now.
I wouldn't have let Gibson get on the plane, but
yeah, he should still be laying on the turf.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even though it didn't hurt us. To the point, Noah. Like, what are you doing?
I hope the guy's okay, but he doesn't need to be returning punts for us anymore.
I'm good if he's not okay at this rate.
Yeah,
like,
leads like history of fumbles, but let's put him back there. We have Covey on the roster the whole time.
He makes a lot of good decisions. Like that bring-in makes no sense to me.
I
when
think
you have a guy that Covey
that's
so short-handed.
That's the Joe Douglas thing, I think.
Oh, Jesus.
Because Joe Douglas was probably the guy who drafted him and kept him in New York, and he's back here. So that might be a Joe Douglas thing. But, yeah, Gibson can kick rocks. Don't need him anymore.
And he didn't do anything, right? Like, it's one thing if you actually return something.
Yeah.
Like nothing he did was anything different than what we had already had with Will Shipley or Cooper.
Yeah.
And then you're right, like we just all said too, like, and all the while Britton Covey's in the building, sitting there doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And let me make this clear. He's a nobody, but he's short-handed.
He catches the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a nobody, but he'll catch the ball every time. And he's not worry about fumbles.
And he's 2 seasons removed from being the top-rated returner in football.
And he sticks his foot at the 10-yard line and stays there.
You see that so often anymore. Like, you almost wonder if they don't even coach it. Because you see it in college all the time. You see it everywhere. Like, these guys are catching punts so deep in their own zone. Like, what are we doing?
Sometimes guys are just idiots, and they lose track of where they're out on the field. Honestly. I think guys just lose track where they're out on the field sometimes. And then panic, and it's like, dude, don't stop trying to make a play. Like when guys try to make a play in crowds, they usually get smoked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He got absolutely tattooed. I mean, that's not even like that's a fair fumble, honestly.
He got
like you probably should fumble that. That being said, you should never had an issue. You should fair catch that and get out of the way of it. It's exactly what should happen when you're feeling the ball at the 2 or the 3, whatever the hell it was, inside the 5, inside the 10. They're let it bounce ones all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like we all said, it didn't affect us except for the field position. Right? Like you're backed up and they didn't score, but at the same time, then we pick it up super, super deep in our zone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Such a strange play.
Yeah. Just didn't make any sense. But yeah, I mean, it. Obviously, you don't think of divisional games as this, but that game was almost a trap game in a sense, where you just beat two NFC or two like solid NFC contenders for the playoffs, and then you got another short week where you're playing another team who's got a very similar record to you and the Bears.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and it does make some sense, but I'm going to tell you right now, we are not good enough to think of any game as a trap game. A divisional game on the road against the Dallas Cowboys.
He's talking about we're not good enough. He's talking about we're not good enough.
Hated Dallas Cowboys.
If you're 8-2 going to that game, you're damn right good enough.
That better not be considered a trap game.
Come on.
Look,
We better be ready to play.
Divisional games aren't trap games, right? But
No.
it's all.
Let me help you, Ryan. Let me help you, Ryan. I'll tell you what became trappy of it when you went up 21-0 in a blink of an eye.
Yeah,
I didn't feel good about that. Like internally, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like something I don't like about this. You know what I mean? There was something I was like, "Ooh," right? Because that I think it was more let your foot off the gas game and maybe started looking ahead and not looking ahead to the next game, just looking ahead to whatever, getting out of there, right? Whatever you're doing later on that night when you get home, right? What are you doing the next day on your off day? Right, like little things like that you can start thinking of, and those kind of things can creep in your head, and you're not focused. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just, emotionally, you could just go downwards too, with a big emotion of 21-0. You could feel like the game's over. Sometimes it's hard to play with a big lead like that early. Right, you see it all the time. You do see it a lot. Like teams go up like 17-0. You're like, oh. That might have been a little too quick.
We made it hard on ourselves by not being able to run the football, not being able to sustain any drives. 14 penalties later. Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
I'm going to go back and look at the drive after we scored that touchdown because I don't remember exactly what it was.
And there is no excuse to give up a 3-score lead. I'm sorry.
Not disagreeing with you. Again, it seems almost.
Nobody's sitting here saying it's excusable.
And I still have hope for the season, and I hope we're able to fix these issues against Chicago. And if we do, and if we right the ship immediately, we'll be all right. But we had an opportunity to essentially clinch the division.
Dallas isn't coming back.
And we still do. Because if we win this week and Dallas loses, then we're still in the same boat.
Right. So here, look,
Washington won't be any problems at the end of in 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
You go up 21-0. Dallas puts that drive together, and then Reed gets the interception in the end zone, right? So you get the ball at the 20, 2-yard run, fine, 6-yard pass. So it's 3rd and 2. You get a false start on Cam, 3rd and 7.
That was the head nod.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're muted.
No, that was a bullshit call. It wasn't
a head nod.
It wasn't.
Well, that's what they called. That's what they called.
Yeah. But my point, it was a head turn. He turned.
Right.
So he didn't kiss my ass with that call. That's a
right.
terrible call.
So you're in 3rd and 2 where you can run anything you want, right? And then you get a false start penalty. You do whatever you want. You get a false start penalty, right? And then it's an incomplete pass, and then you punt the ball away, right? After another penalty for something, by the way.
Yeah.
Illegal motion on Sidney Brown. So there you go. Dallas goes and scores a touchdown. End of the half. Get the ball, short left pass, push out of bounds, 8 yards. So get 8 yards on first down. 5-yard penalty. That was the Goddard play.
That was the Goddard play. The first drive of the second half.
Yep, that was the Goddard play on 2nd and 2.
Went from the 40 to the 40.
Yep.
2nd and 2.
Then you go 2nd and 7, incomplete. 3rd and 7, incomplete. Punt. Right. Then it's just like run out of bounds for 1 yard, incomplete pass. Just like you're putting yourself behind the sticks where you come out those next 2 drives and you get solid gains on 1st and 2nd down, then penalties kick you in the ass and you're not able to move the football anymore.
Ryan, the game's over with 1 drive.
Yep, exactly.
The game's over on the Goddard drive, in my opinion.
If you go up 28-0, the game's over. Absolutely.
Yeah, or the Elliott kick he needs to hit that. I hate
Or
saying
24-0 at the half.
I hate saying it with 56 yarders. I hate saying it, but indoors in today's world,
Chip shot.
How much money you're making, I need that drill. That's a big moment because now you go back up, right? You go back up, you answer something. You got to answer. The answer ends momentum. So it's the penalties, missed kick, not being in a run, whatever. We can talk about last week. My issue is with Noe, okay? And I'll tell you why my issue is with him. Because after the last 2 weeks, he was on here every week, puffing his chest.
He was.
Right? He talked about beating Dallas by 100, and now he's like
stealing their lunch money
by 24. I mean, guys,
putting them upside down, shaking them out for their lunch money.
And the first quarter we did that. Then what the fuck happened?
Yeah, but you're out.
We had a chance to step on their throat, and we didn't do it.
You're more upset about who they played and what happened than the true loss, right? If that loss was to somebody else, you wouldn't be as mad. I know you better than you know you.
I would still be pissed off. Yeah, am I a little more ticked off that it was against Dallas? You're damn right.
I know.
A divisional game. Every game means a lot. Yes, you only play 17 of them in the National Football League, but those divisional games mean a little bit more. You can't let those slip away, especially the way we let it slip away. We got dominated on both sides of the line of scrimmage after the first quarter. It was embarrassing. We couldn't run the ball. We had ill-timed penalties. You name it. We already discussed all that shit. We had a jackass field a punt at the 2. What the fuck are you doing, Gibson?
Didn't matter, but okay.
No, our defense bailed us out in that instance, yes. But overall, after the first quarter, all 3 phases of the game failed us. Everybody has a piece of the pie here. Everybody owns it. And I sure hope to see a better response on Friday. I'm not saying everything's lost here. I get it. We're 8-3. But I remember what 2023 looked like. And I'm not saying that this is this. We need a win on Friday.
I cannot wait for in 20 minutes when we go over our game predictions, you're going to predict us to win by 3 touchdowns. I cannot wait for you to do that.
Yeah. And we can just get into that right now. It's a great segue into our score predictions. Give us yours. Let us know. Offensive, defensive player of the game as well. Chime in. Listen, nobody's won it, so $100. Time of giving. Honeycut coming your way. You nail the score, and make sure you put in your offensive, defensive player of the game. Listen, the short weeks are always weird. I may think Chicago's better than some people think they are. I don't know how good they are either. But I like to give teams credit for what their record says they are. But I want to keep that 100. I listen to memories on here from in years past. It doesn't matter who you play, wins or wins. So I don't want to be that guy that goes against what I believed in or believe in and what I base the Eagles off of too, right? Got to win games. 28-24 Eagles. I'm not ready for 2-score wins right now. I think anybody doing that is sort of wild. That's where I'm at with that. You got to go whoop somebody's ass before I start throwing out, double-digit wins. They got to prove that. That's what they got to prove to me. I believe they're good enough to go win football games. I'm just not going to go crazy with score predictions. I'm just not going to do it. You can be like, "Oh, Tom, you were so wrong about the game." Good, great, Grant.
Wonderful.
Yeah, a little Chris Farley. Rest in peace to one of the goats. I mean, just to spit this out because I'm not taking it from anybody. My offensive player of the game right now, and it could change in 10 minutes. Right, is nobody. Somebody's got to go prove that they want that too. Okay, I'm not going to go give out predictions because right now, who are you picking? Good luck. Pick whoever you want. I'm picking nobody. Somebody's got to come prove it. How about 2 penalties? I was the player of the game. Only 2 penalties on
2
the offense.
penalties.
There's my player of the game.
That'd be a miracle.
It's a clean football game. It's the offensive player.
I'm going 24-13 Eagles.
You're an 8.
That's fine. We know this.
It's just so aggressive. Like, I mean, I get it defensively. Yes, I do. But I think when you got a quarterback that can run around sometimes
40-mile-an-hour winds. He ain't going to be
40.
able to hit Roman Dunze. He can
40?
barely hit him. He can barely hit him when there is no wind.
Well, they're used to playing in wind. It's a windy city.
It's true.
So, I mean,
The garbage. I need the garbage time run touchdown. By the way, need that.
Wouldn't hate it.
Need it.
Fantasy wise, yep.
Yeah, that's where I need it.
Yeah,
Play for
kiss
the
my
playoffs
ass.
here.
We don't care.
It's going to be a close game. Again, I think you're one of my friends is a Bears fan, and he had the audacity to tell me that watching the Eagles is so boring compared to watching the Bears, where the Bears have been playing just as many one-score games as the Eagles have. I'm like, dude, you must not remember what it's like to be a Bears fan. Like, the guy's got a couple wins under his belt this year. He wants to start talking crazy. 27-23 Birds. 27-23 Birds. It's going to be tight. I think we're going to be up like 10 late in the fourth, and they're going to score a touchdown to make it a little bit closer. Yeah. So.
Well, to answer your question, Ryan, no, I am not predicting a 3-score victory. Look,
It's 4 scores.
And 7 years ago.
I wish. They got to look. They got to prove it to me. I mean, last week was ridiculous.
We know.
But do I think they get up off the mat and win a football game at home? Yes, I do. And this defense is pretty good. The Bears, the Bears are a much improved football team, but by no means are they a Super Bowl contender. I think the
Win Friday.
give me 20-17. I think an Elliott field goal at the gun. It's going to be a close game.
Oh, I know it is. I said 28-24. I just the field goal at the gun gives me an oh. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of
in 40-mile-an-hour wind. Oh, I love it.
Tight ass butthole.
Get the antacid ready.
That's a butthole titan.
But bottom line is find a way to get out with a win.
Yeah, I love you guys with 2-score wins down here. 2-score wins. I love it. I love it. Greg, Patty, you guys are my guys. You know what I mean? Spells, Greg Miller too. I mean, everybody. I mean, keep them coming, keep them flowing. I mean, I would love it. Okay, I would love it if that happens. I believe in this defense to do that. Like I said, Caleb's hard to sack. Pat said the same thing. You can't let him extend plays. That's where he can get you. Especially with a Sidney Brown back there.
Yeah, you'll get more zone defense this week for sure.
Got it. Jalen's got to run the football. Go ahead. Players of the game.
That's right. You're going no one. My bad. I was waiting.
Gave mine.
Yeah.
2 penalties.
Yeah, 2 penalties.
Yeah, 2 penalties.
I will go.
Yep. Good luck.
Give me AJ.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sure. It should be easy one. Yeah, I mean, this is why it's such an issue. This is why I don't even want to do it anymore. Like, it annoys me. Internally, this bothers me because, like, who's earned to even talk about it? Like, all these studs, and it's like hard to give one. You got to sit here and think about it. I just went, hey, only 2 penalties on the offense. I mean, let's just keep it basic, guys. Let's go. We need to take it down to the studs. We can't even get the players of the game. We got to fix to get to a player of the game. You got to fix everything leading up to it. It's unbelievable. Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen the touchdown merchant get a score in a while. Let's go with
hasn't
it.
gotten the score.
Let's go with the touchdown merchant. Dallas Goedert gets a touchdown this week. Maybe two. Who knows?
They probably want to calm him down so they don't have to pay him too much.
Yeah,
This is true.
Makes sense. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
This is true.
Get you for another year or two. Hold on, buddy. Let's pump the brakes here. Noah, who you picking?
You were trending too close to the top of the league there.
Yeah, too many touchdowns.
Jake Elliott slicing it through 40.
Yeah. Give me 0 fumbles now.
Oh my God.
There you go. We had 2 fumbles in the fourth quarter too. Like, just keep adding all the fluke shit that lost us that game.
All kidding aside,
You haven't kidded all day. You've been Dr. Doom and Gloom all day.
Yeah,
You're like your WIP caller.
You are.
You watched the whole game, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And like reactions like you have me feeling all nice and cozy though. It's an overreaction. It's overreaction city right now.
Well, kick your feet up and enjoy the fire.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Give me. You know what? Give me Jalen Hurts.
Tough one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Knock it off. You let the Cowboys do this to you. Like, you're not even going to enjoy your turkey tomorrow. I know you. You let the Cowboys ruin how you feel about this team. That's how much disdain you have for them. That you are the Eagles fan. That if you only won 2 games a year and they're versus the Cowboys, you would be okay. Like, you could survive. You could survive internally with that. That's where you're an issue. You put pussy on a pedestal. That's what you've done for years. You put the pussy on a pedestal, and the Dallas Cowboys are the pussy, and you put them right up on your pedestal, and that's all you can think about, because the 90s have scarred you. But little do you know, they haven't been relevant since.
Give me.
I know you listen. You still live in the newspaper, and part of you can still maybe pick up an old one by accident and read about them, and they get back into your field.
Man, I gotta go to Wawa these days if I want a daily news.
I'm just telling you, let it go. It's time to let her go.
Let it go.
Well, I don't even know if I should take Hurts. I mean, it's supposed to be like 40-mile-an-hour winds on Friday.
We told you this, yeah.
But I think he'll use his legs to extend some drives, pick up some key third downs, and give me Hurts.
Kenny Peacock.
Yeah.
What up, Ken? Don't talk about fluke shit when you score 0 points in the second half against the Cowgirls. Who's talking fluke? There was no.
I guess it's to me for the reasons why we didn't win.
It's fluke fumbles. The reasons you didn't win, we talked about anyway. Just not being able to sustain drives because you had 14 fucking penalties.
Yeah. I mean, no confidence in Hurts and Patua. No, okay, Ken. I mean, you're out on Jalen Hurts. You have no confidence in Jalen.
Jalen didn't throw for, 260, like a 90 quarterback rating last week and 3 total touchdowns? Yeah, no big deal. No problem.
I don't think a Super Bowl winning coach on an 8-3 football team spells is losing the goddamn locker room. See, that's what New York has in your blood line. You're just assuming everybody's losing the goddamn locker room. All right, defensive player of the game. Let me go back to Jalen Carter. Where's the 2-sacker?
We need it because he was bad.
Yeah, he wasn't very good this week.
Yeah, where's the 2-sack game?
As good as he had been recently, he was bad on Sunday.
They passed on him in the draft. Like, it's a good, come on. It's a good 2-sack, strip sack. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You won't get paid like one of the best D tackles in football. I'm going to start needing to see the production too.
Facts.
You know what I mean? All talk about how great somebody is all talk, man. You know what I mean? You're young, and I'm not knocking the kid. I think he does a lot of great things. I need a dominant game.
You, Joe? Yeah.
A dominant game from Jalen Carter.
Well, when we've called him out this year so far, he's responded. So let's call him out. But you're absolutely right, Tommy. Like, he's got to have that Fletcher Cox. He's got to have that Fletcher Cox imprint every game, right? We used to talk about back in the day. I need to hear Fletcher Cox's name 17 times a game.
Yeah.
Well, because you hear Myles Garrett 17 times a game. You heard Aaron Donald in his heyday 17 times a game.
Yeah, baby, you're going to get somebody $100 million plus. I need to hear them a ton.
I need to hear your name. You guys know where I'm going. I'm going Sidney Brown. There is no rhyme or reason other than just it's the Eagles 2025-26 season. Nothing makes sense right now. So Sidney Brown's getting a pick and probably 2 pass deflections. And maybe a stint on the IR for concussion at the end when he headbutts a teammate sometime.
Or I mean, he's gonna play downhill in the run game. I thought you were gonna say pick and force fumble, like it's a monster of a game.
We can go there if we want.
Might need it.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, really, what we need badly is we need a clean game. We need to cut down on the penalties greatly, and we need our offensive and defensive line to play a lot better. I mean, the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball really let us down on Sunday, and we need them to step it up now. And if they're able to do that, we're going to play better football. There's no question. And I think we'll be able to, obviously if the O-line can get healthy, get right, and we can finally open up some holes for Saquon, we'll be all right.
We really need a win because Noah is depressing the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it real, guys. I mean, I tell it like it is. I'm not going to blow smoke up anybody's ass. I mean,
I don't think anyone's blowing smoke up any of our asses, but like there's it's
maybe if we lost that way to go to like 500 and like now we don't control our own destiny to win the division, but we have a 4-game lead on Dallas in the division. Like, what are we doing? It's gotta be the defense in general has to play pretty well, especially a little shorthanded. I think it's going to come down to the front 4 really just making life hell for Caleb Williams. So give me Jalen Phillips. He was a little quiet last week.
He was.
Give me Jalen Phillips. Strip sack.
Let's go
this week. Yeah.
Turnovers are up.
Hard Knocks is in there, right? There's some shit that doesn't make sense about Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's sometimes out of our control.
Mm-hmm. Hey man,
just saying.
Hard
Knocks is a lot more interesting going into a Thursday Thanksgiving game if Dallas is still in play.
As they get dusted by the Chiefs tomorrow. Can't wait for that
game. Yeah. I'm not here to say that's true. I'm just
saying it makes sense.
Yeah. I'm here to say that one drive to make it 21-7 or 14, there was a drive mixed in where they were hoping they got 7. That's all.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all. And maybe that was just to make it a game. But either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you went up front. There's money up front. There's resources up front on both sides of the ball. And really, all eyes are on this offensive line. And I'm looking at Jordan Mailata. I'm looking at Landon Dickerson. I'm looking at the left side of that offensive line. I'm also going to go look at Saquon Barkley. But I'm more going to look at this organization because I've been saying it from Jump Street that they got to limit the touches because he's going to be a step slower than he was last year because of what that kind of year brings the following year, right? They didn't want to listen to me. Again, they didn't want to listen to common sense. And here we are. You got another guy in your backfield averaging like it's over 7 yards a carry, I feel like. Okay? And we want to give him a carry a game, essentially. Like, let's give him 8 to 10 touches. Mix it up. When you struggle with, again, bend her over. Somebody just bend her over and say hello. Because at the end of the day, when you we're going to do the same thing again, now we're the definition of insanity. And I feel like football guys, this is what really pisses me off. I feel like football guys that these guys are supposed to be, and historians of the game, too, aren't smart enough to realize that. So what do we allow to get in the way? Egos. With Saquon doesn't have one, but coaching egos. That's my best player. How do I not? Well, because it's the year after his biggest year. Most touches he's ever had. Groin injury. Right? It looked like there's two different occasions he could have tore his knee up. So at what point are we going to realize, like, yo, let's store the thoroughbred here for a minute. Let's just put him off to the side a little bit. Let's ease his workload. Let's give it to the younger guys a little bit more, who might have a little bit more in the tank at this time of year after the workload he's been through. Like, I hate to bring the same things up, but when I'm looking at the same things, and I'm going to keep pounding the table for it, and hope that they listen and they understand it, because it's not hard to understand. The history of the game shows us that. This isn't a knock on Saquon. You can be first take and all these jerk offs and WIP and all these morons out here that want to be like, oh, Saquon lost a step, so they gave him the money. Nope, that's not what happened here. What happened here is a huge, huge workload. A monster season, a 2K season. I need the numbers of guys who rush for 2K the following year. But I need the numbers for a guy who rushed for 2K and won a Super Bowl. I need that guy's numbers. How many guys did that?
I don't know that anybody did.
I'm pretty sure the answer is 0. I think the closest.
Yeah, it's Barkley and only Barkley.
I'm pretty sure it's 0.
Guys, this isn't hard. Like, come on. I'm a Saquon guy. That's my guy, dude. I love him here. He's a great leader. You think he doesn't know it deep down that that's what happens after that year? And if you give him a little breather this year, it even ups what you'll get back next year, because he's such a great athlete. Like, it's going to come. You know what I mean? The jolt's going to come back, but the body needs to recoup a little bit. Nobody gets smacked around more than running backs. Painful freaking position to play at that level. And then to get that kind of workload, now a lot of times he wasn't even touched.
Yeah, it's true.
But again, you're touched enough. Right, guys? You're touched enough.
Closest guy might have been Terrell Davis in 98, but
Yeah,
Sure.
TD. Yeah. What was his next year?
let me look. Hang on, because I was trying to remember who it was. I knew he played for the Broncos. I couldn't remember his name. Let me check. So they won that
Good.
Super Bowl in 98.
I think they went back.
He had 2,000 yards. He ran for 2,000 yards in 98. Next year, he played 4 games.
Sounds about right. Got hurt.
So,
I
played 4 games.
oh my goodness gracious! I'm just here for the people. Hit the like and goddamn
Got hurt,
subscribe.
played 4 games.
Like, hit the like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend. I mean, how many years do I got to say it to everybody out there? Goodness gracious! I don't know how many we got on YouTube right now, but it's unacceptable.
It's not enough.
It's as unacceptable as the Eagles' offense. They go hand in hand right now. All right. Yeah, I mean, Daz, absolutely. Everybody needs to get in a room and figure this out. That's what needs to happen. And I'm not going to say it hasn't. But this is get in a room and put egos aside and air out what you need to air out.
Only 16.
That's in it. That's, again, inexcusable. You need to air out what you need to air out.
Yeah.
And hold guys accountable. Right? Guys aren't playing well enough. Tell them. Right? Everybody knows what the flaws are right now. But I would get in a room to clean up this stuff that's controllable. The controllable you need to control. Okay? Which is, no penalties. Focus. But yeah. All right, good Eagles talk. I mean, I do think we didn't get in a lot of Bears. I mean, they got some guys banged up.
And let's remember too, as we go into this game, we're 7-point favorites.
Yep.
Right,
we're
7-point favorites.
Crazy, the 7-point favorites.
Well, you got to remember, Vegas doesn't react on emotion, right? Vegas isn't there, being emotional WIP caller.
Yeah.
Vegas is all straight numbers, and we are the more talented roster and team, and that hasn't always meant something this year, but we are, and we need them to come out and play like it because they need it too.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this: what was my score on Sunday, Greg?
You were jacked up on Sunday. You were like 28-14 or 28-13.
Yeah.
You were the normal top, right? Yeah. Now you're a little scaredy cat.
No, I'm a scaredy cat. Got a goddamn win. I won by 4 points. I'm just not going to do it.
I'm just fucking.
And it's bigger than me, Greg. It's fucking bigger than me. So don't you dare right now. All right, it's bigger than me. There's reasons deeper that I'm not going to address right now on why I'm doing what I'm doing. All right. Maybe the same reasons why I'll tell you in a group message the game's over after 2 minutes. All right. There's reasons why I say these things. Okay.
You and I had the same reasons. We are on the same wavelengths.
Can't do it. I got a 34-14 roll. So say it every week.
If you're following Twitter and you're wondering why I'm being so coy and calm, it's because there's a reason.
Come on. Keep pounding that like over there. All right. I mean, like they got some guys banged up, right? I mean, everybody's in the chat saying both are linebackers, Edmonds and TJ Edwards.
Yeah, my son coming home.
TJ, wow. I think they might get Johnson, their cornerback, this week. They're like number one corner. He might be back this week. Where's their practice report?
Oh, number one corner out too?
No, I think he was injured. He might be coming back.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson. He, full participant in practice.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back.
There's a reason.
TJ did not
all about us, guys.
Linebacker. Limited. Yeah, Jalen Johnson will be back this week, so that kind of sucks. But
what was the linebackers? And
they were both DNPs today and yesterday.
All right. Well, that's big.
Yeah, and even with them all there, they're still only the 24th or 27th rated defense.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, I'm not afraid of the Bears defense at all. I was looking at their schedule and they gave up 24 points to Pittsburgh. They're giving up a bunch of points to Joe Flacco, right? They give up points, and they lost the game early in the year to JJ McCarthy, who that dude stinks. He's terrible. Again, Caleb Williams is pretty good. They got some pretty solid wide receivers. DeAndre Swift, obviously, we saw him here, pretty solid back. They got Kyle Monangai or something, whatever his name is. He's pretty good. Their offense they're going to be able to move the ball a little bit. Ben Johnson's a good play caller. You're going to have to play good defense. But
they're like the anti-Giants right now, right?
Yeah.
Giants lose games in the fourth quarter, and they can only play who's on their schedule, but they end up winning games in the fourth quarter. Granted, they played a last place team schedule, but you still have to beat those teams that are on your schedule. So to their credit, they have done that recently.
Yeah, real quick, Eagles 26 in the NFL in penalties. That's how bad they are.
Yeah,
offensively. Offensively.
That's not like them.
Yeah, it's not like them at all.
So it answers why everything else is shit. It's a big reason.
What were they last year? Can you see that?
Yeah. 1 sec.
So that's a big change year over year. Obviously, you've had some turnover. Fifth. All right, so they were fifth last year.
Well, fifth in penalty yards, 11th in penalties. All right.
Okay, so what are they in penalty yards this year?
Penalty yards are 27th.
Okay, so you've literally flipped because there's 30 teams in the NFL. You've flipped.
Yep.
Completely.
Yeah.
So
that tracks.
Yeah. Checks out. So
everything else is flipped with it. By the way,
pretty much.
everything else they could flip is absolutely flipped with it. It's unbelievable.
Except the wife. We kept the wife straight up.
It's unbelievable. It really is. It's crazy. It is crazy.
No,
But
you got to find a way to win a couple. Again, this team's good, right? They just got to figure out how to be average. Just be average. You can't be 27th in the league at something and expect to be good, right? You could be 15th with your top 5 ranked defense, right? You could have an average offense with like the defense you got back there. But you got to find a way to be able to move the football consistently, whether it's passing, whether it's rushing, whether it's motion, whether it's an RPO set, whatever it is, QB runs. Mix it up. Again, I said this last week. Go back to tape from 22. Go back to tape from last year. Go back to tape from 17. It doesn't go anywhere. Go find a way to move the football. You got to make it easier on yourselves.
It all starts up front.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get this offensive line healthy, clicking, and into a rhythm. I mean, it's the same, just like Jalen needs to be in a rhythm. It's the same thing. It's the same damn thing. You have to dominate the line of scrimmage. And we've had a very tough time doing that on a consistent basis this year. And we certainly saw it Sunday, and we've seen it, off and on throughout this season. We're especially up front, we're not healthy.
Yeah.
And it's if we can get healthy by mid to late December, heading into the postseason, we'll be fine. If not, it's going to be tough sledding. So.
Look, that being said, you win this week.
Yeah.
You win this week. You go where you go next week. You go
Chargers.
The Chargers, and you got the Raiders.
Yep.
You get through these 2 weeks. You have a couple easy-ish games, right? Then you have Bills and then Washington. So, look, find a way to win this week, right? You have a little bit of extra time to get yourself right for LA, that cross-country trip. Maybe they're going out early. Maybe getting away from home, going to warm weather for a few days makes somebody feel a little bit better, Who knows? But take this week, play some clean football, go get a win against another NFC team that's going to be in the playoffs, who you're probably going to have a chance to see. Go do something. Show who you are. After this, trap game that just happened, go out there and show why you thought it was a trap game. Okay? Be a little pissed off. Go beat somebody's ass. Be mad that you blew that week. Right?
Yeah, it's inexcusable.
Inexcusable.
Jalen Carter has 1 sack this year, by the way.
That's so bad.
1 sack, 17 tackles. So, I might even need 3 sacks in this game. I just need you all over the field, or at least you just dominating so much up front that the ends are just getting home. It's a big one Friday.
It is.
All right.
Giddy up.
Let's not run from this one. This is big because 9-3 looks a lot better than 8-4, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Sure does.
All right, you get to 8-4, things start creeping in. Oh, is this 2023? Is a collapse happening? Blah 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 blah. A lot can happen. A lot of drama will be created if they don't win this football game.
Mm-hmm.
Got to find a way.
Oh yeah.
And
2-0, 3-0, 5-0.
Yep.
A little 5-run ninth. That won't be possible if you're the home team, but you get my draft a little 5-run eighth. Sorry,
5-run bottom 8, put a game away. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. For sure.
Oh, number 1 in forcing turnovers. Bad defense. Huh.
Good thing we don't.
We have
generally
3
turn
turnovers
football
this year with our offense.
We don't. I mean, I don't want to say this. You know what I mean?
I just
We
did,
don't,
so you're good.
we don't turn the football over a lot.
And one positive thing I'll say is we've been pretty good at stopping the bleeding this year. So let's
Let's go look at.
let's stop the bleeding, get off the mat, and get a win.
This is all about tourniquet talk. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Let's see. So here.
It is a tourniquet game.
Yep.
So
You better tie that bitch tight. Not too tight. Tight enough, though. All right? Didn't say the Holiday Inn. You know, I mean, I said the Holiday Express one time, so I know, I know a little bit about tourniquets. But, get her on right. At the end of the day, though, Kevin Patullo, spin her around. Spin her around on Friday. Right after a great turkey. Right? Gobble, gobble to her a little bit. And gobble, gobble. Go stuff that turkey, Kevin. All right? It's a stuffed turkey Friday.
Oh, love it.
Eagles, team. Let's have like a noon dinner. Let's have like a noon dinner. Nice early night. Get that tryptophan out of your system here. Ready to go for that 3:00 kickoff on Sunday or Friday? Let's get going.
If I don't see 25 RPOs, I'm going to punch somebody in the face.
Well, I'm going to punch somebody in the face, Tom. It's not going to happen, buddy.
Yeah, I might punch the turkey.
For
over.
Venting coaches,
like Rocky.
Here's the injury report from today. Gibson, Lane, Makuba, Devontae, obviously we already talked about all DMPs.
Yeah.
Saquon, Reed, Dickerson, and Graham were all limited. Miles Hinton and Willie Lampkin were all full participants.
Yeah, I mean, the Saquon one tells me,
It's a groin.
No shit. You know what I mean? No shit. 2 eyeballs here on that groin. Right?
Payoff.
That's the most important male groin in the Philadelphia area. You know what I mean? There's not a more, besides your own groin, there's not a more important groin than Saquon's right now. I'd be willing to give it peace. Would be willing to share groins with the man if needed. If needed, would share my grundle. Right with you, big dog. Whatever it takes for 4 yards of carry.
For 4 yards. We dream for 4 yards right now. This 3.5 or 3.4 is not cutting it.
For the old guys out there, it's like 93 Phillies talk.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is like we had Dykstra on. This is like the 93 Phillies talk.
Yeah.
What do I got to do for 2 explosive runs of 15 yards or more?
Dykstra still alive.
He might be in prison.
He's still alive.
Well,
might be in prison.
I almost said I hope not. Then I just did. You know what I mean? But
nah.
Scumbag, right? Screw it. 10. The football team I know doesn't lose Friday. I mean, let's keep this clear. Let's be really clear. This is Super Bowl, the reigning Super Bowl champions. It's a team that's been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. Okay, the team I know, the team I've known for the years here, doesn't lose Friday. The Phillies that play across the street would absolutely lose Friday and get 1 hit. Okay, not this team. The Sixers would have nobody playing.
No one's even here.
All right, just Tyrese and a bunch of guys. All right,
yeah.
And the Flyers playing good puck. Good puck.
But they're young, so.
But they're young. But
they won
either
tonight.
way.
4-2 tonight.
Yeah, they
Good
won.
win.
Good win tonight. But that being said, back to the Birds. The team I know. I'm not saying they beat them by 3 scores. I'm just saying the team I know wins this football game Friday.
Facts.
And we're on LA and we're a 9-3 team and we sort of control a little bit of our own destiny here with being a 1 seed. A little bit of it. Okay. A little bit. We control it.
Have a nice flight out to LA.
Yeah. You lose, man, it's just tough. But they're too good for that. They're too goddamn good. It's a damn good defense. Makuba, tough loss. Tough loss. Long flight. Makuba, tough loss. Huge loss. Love the kid. All right. We all love him on draft night too. All right. Tough loss. That being said, this defense is too good. They're too good. And it's like a great pitcher. When you need that game, you need the get right game. Who do you look toward? Who do you look to? You look to what's most dominant for you guys. What's most dominant? What is our identity? Well, guess what? The 2025 Eagles Their identity is their defense. Their defense carried over from the latter half of last year into the playoffs, and it's carried into this year. All right, it took them a little bit to get going, and now they're getting moving. So great defense. What do? Like great pitchers, they throw that shutout, and not you know what I mean. They're not holding them to zero, but they make those big plays, right? They're gonna Friday. Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Friday. Holy shit, it's late. Friday. Hey, Friday.
It's just stupid to have a freaking Friday game.
Yeah.
All these games not on Sunday are just stupid.
I have said it before, but because we've had a Friday game in freaking Brazil. I mean,
yeah, it's true too.
People are traveling down there like it's a goddamn resort. That being said,
Jesus.
That being said,
It's a season to give it.
I don't give a shit.
We know.
We're not giving to Brazil. You know what I mean? What are we giving to Brazil? You know, called Brazilians.
I'd like to.
Besides the wax, maybe, Greg. Maybe Defense, I know, takes the football away a couple times Friday. I almost said Sunday again. Takes the football away. Like, that's the defense we know. That's who we're built upon. So, no. Relax, man. Relax. This defense got you.
We'll be all right, huh? Yeah,
This is what contenders do. Holy shit, you watch the Patriots for freaking 2 decades.
Yeah.
Right? What'd they do? Did they look great offensively the whole year?
No.
Or was their defense great and they found ways to win?
By and large, especially in the early Brady years, the defense carried them.
But you can kiss my ass with your worry. All right? Settle down.
Let's get a dub.
No, it needs some turkey.
Just need a win on Friday.
No, because
No one,
I hope I said
no
it
one,
right.
no one needs some Jose
Alvarado or the
Cuervo.
No, I just need a nice cold lager.
Yeah, I don't need any of that.
No, Noah does. Noah does.
Oh, yeah.
Noah does. Yeah, Noah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Noah needs a lot.
Cutting back on that, getting over a cold.
The best way to get over a cold is to keep drinking, buddy.
Little Jack, Jim, and Jose for you. He'll be right as rain.
No wonder you're all upset.
Oh, man. He's a little sicky poo. Oh, my God.
Yeah, put a little something in your pocket. A little travel bottle.
Yeah, 4-day weekend will help.
Help the drinking?
Doesn't help the liver.
Yeah, not a drinker at home. I don't know how people drink at home. You know,
I generally am not either.
No, I'm not like, yeah, I mean, I don't go out. I'm not, 43. I don't go out a lot. The only time I drink now is vacation. I'm a vacation drinker.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah. And you're unemployed, Mike Gundy. Congratulations.
Yes, I sure am.
Yeah, I am not, but Mike Gundy is.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? Like, 5 beers sitting on my couch. It's just, I don't know. What am I drinking for? By myself?
I'm by myself. I'm not good. I'm not sitting on my couch. Not sitting on my couch on a Tuesday night just having a couple beers. Not much there. No, buddy texts me right now like, "You want to go to the bar?" Yeah, I'll probably go to the bar.
Yeah, I went. You know what I mean? We had a drink together.
Yeah,
I mean, right? Like, I'll go out and have one after work real quick. You know what I mean? Like we did. I had a tipsy reindeer. She was delicious.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
That was so.
What is this tipsy reindeer?
Great.
It was so good at Applebee's. I mean, you just got to try it. It's like,
Oh, is it that Applebee's?
yeah, it's not
It's
that.
like one of those fishbowl type things.
It's not that big. Let's calm down. It's like this. All right, it's like that.
Yeah, no, it's
Then you
their
fish
marketing
out-
got me, and then I was
the whole-
bamboozled when I got there.
It's the hole you can get into, Greg. Right?
Oh,
here.
hello.
All right.
That's
Now,
way too big for me.
yeah, but guess what? Keeps you in longer.
Sure does.
Sometimes you need this. Sometimes you need to strip her pussy, Greg. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need a little roast beef.
just like an ace starting pitcher, right? a big win on a Friday night. You need that slump breaker. You need that slump breaker.
Yeah. I mean, roast beef is most likely the slump breaker. Usually where she comes in. Yeah, but good talk. You see, Sixers suck. That was fun.
The first 4 games of the year were real fun. After that,
bang the banner. That was cute.
Good thing we don't have to worry about. Good thing we don't have to worry about an NBA Cup or a championship. Either one.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, listen. That's what I want to talk about because it's just like the VJ thing is just because I feel like he played so many minutes early.
100%. 100%.
Like, I didn't play that many minutes. I mean, he could be living off a generator all he wants. He hasn't played that many minutes ever. So, like, what are you doing? Like, and in that many games too, like the back-to-backs and the things that he never did. And in college, you don't do those things.
Nope.
So you're putting the wear and tear already, and you open. Now, granted, like, why not play Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry if they're on your roster? Like, I don't need guys just sitting here taking up roster spots that aren't going to play at all. That's what when guys get hurt, that's what you need your roster spots for. Mm-hmm. So, like, you have the guards to play. Like, that's what doesn't make sense. Like, Eric Gordon showed he still got a little bit in the tank. So play him. I don't care. Kyle should be, if you need to play Kyle for 7 minutes a night, he's not going to kill you. You know what I mean? Like, so just do it at this time of the year. You know what I mean? Do it. Like, that's the thing. All these guys are banged up because they played so many minutes already. And that's a Nick Nurse fault. And Nick, I love you. Don't make me run you out of here. Because I will run your ass out of here if you're playing guys, in freaking November, 40 plus minutes a night. Like, this is how you get guys hurt. I hate it because it's not the league I grew up with. All right? It's not. Guys are softer. And what I mean is guys are more open about injuries than ever before. So that little tightness, all right? A little tightness, they're gonna talk about it. They're gonna bring it up. All right. Certain guys won't. Certain guys won't. Certain guys will hide stuff. All right. But a vast majority of these guys in this league get paid way too much. Have no problem saying, and I'm not the guy to get off my lawn guy here. I love the game. I watch it all the time. Right? But the facts are the facts. The proof's in the pudding. There's way too many guys that don't play.
Yeah.
So what is it? What's the reason behind it? And that's what the league needs to figure the hell out. All right? They really do. They really do. Because there's too many guys. Like, I bought tickets for Sunday. I assume Joel's never going to play. So I don't buy tickets assuming that I'm going for Joel Embiid. I told the radio that the other day. That, like, anybody saying that, you're a moron. Oh, they tell us right before the game. If anybody buys tickets. If you're buying tickets for Joel Embiid, you're an idiot. But if you're buying tickets for Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe and Grimes and McCain and, like, younger guys, that's what I'm buying tickets for. I'm not buying tickets for those guys. Mm-hmm. So now if those guys aren't playing, now I start to get annoyed. Like VJ, Kelly, guys you want to see play, right? Now I think VJ should be playing by Sunday, I would hope. But it's a joke, man. It's a joke. Like tickets are, it's been like way too much, like $80-something a ticket or $70-something a ticket, right? Come on. To pay all your salaries. Like, let's keep it 100 on what it's been. Who pays the salaries of the athlete? Again, not the guy to get off my lawn. Call spades. We pay it. And TV money. Us and TV money. All right? That's the two revenue sources and jersey sales that essentially go in to what teams make to be able to pay the player. In every sport, that's how it works. Okay? The thing that kept hockey alive, the fans, because TV deals weren't going through at times. Right? So the fans kept it alive. Right? So don't act like we can't keep it alive ourselves. Mm-hmm. So it's bullshit because that's how you lose fans. That's how you make a kid like mine who loves shooting the ball, loves dribbling it, me telling him don't play that one. You know what I mean? Too much softness around that one. right? Or go play and just play. Like, don't be a guy who doesn't play and maybe you'll be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the game's great, but it's hard to learn from. It's really hard to learn from. It's really a sport you watch for entertainment, and half the entertainers don't play. Let's go, bro. Hey, we're gonna go to a Broadway show, and half the performers aren't going to be there. Are we out of our goddamn mind? What do you think's going to happen there? Everyone's going to keep going because you got great marketing.
Yeah, the NBA is absolutely a flawed product.
The product's not even flawed. It's the fact that guys don't play is fraud. It's flawed. It's not the product. The product isn't as bad as everybody thinks it is. When guys play, the product's bad when guys don't play. There's a lot of good teams in this league that play the game the right way. The Orlando Magic last night played the game the right way. They were getting everybody involved on offense. You could tell it wasn't like, oh, I'm the man. It was everybody was the man. Who's the hot hand? Right? It felt like no ego basketball. You see it around a lot. So, like, I don't want the certain teams that you have to stand for players to run you out of a game that's still good. Right? Is there too many threes taken? Yeah. Right? Of course there is. But it's a transition game. It's a fast game. Right? It's fun to watch. And threes are part of basketball. So teams look at it like if we shoot more of them and we make more of them, we're going to win.
Sure.
If we make our threes, we're going to win. So I can't hate on it as much as it's not my style, but there's still enough downhill basketball for you to enjoy. There's still enough guys who go hard to the rim. There's still enough good mid-range guys in this game, right? And if you really watch it, you'll be impressed because there's some great players who don't sit out. Like SGA should be the face of the damn league, all right? Dude plays all time, and he's delicious. He's delicious. Like, his moves are stuff you teach your kid, and your kid will be really good. But he's not beating you because he's faster than you, right? Right? Like, he's not beating you because all that. He's beating you because he knows how to get to his shit. He knows how to get to his spots. He's that good at it. He's great at it.
No, I agree with you, but it's so funny how so many people who are on like NBA Twitter disagree with you. They think he stinks. It's hilarious.
Yeah, they're morons.
Yeah.
They won an NBA title by accident.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But when he was the number one seed and was getting knocked out, you crushed him. Then he goes to the number one seed and he wins the whole damn thing. You crush him. The guy's is a smooth operator. When you watch his game, it's smooth, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about. Those cars that are just smooth. How do you dislike his game? Like
I had it on the TV when we started the show. I was watching the end of that game. I ended up playing the Wolves. They won by like 8.
Yep, that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do because it's a culture thing too. It's players there love playing with each other, right? And you've seen that from day one with them. How they act in post-game interviews and everything. So it's a team that has fun playing the game. And it's guys who actually play.
Yeah.
You know? So I didn't want to go on my soapbox there, but I want to watch the best players play.
Well, and like you were saying, you're paying top dollar, so you deserve it.
But even when I'm paying top dollar at home and I'm investing my time, which is top dollar.
Well,
Anyway, is that because if nobody's watching it on TV, there's no TV money.
Right.
That's how that works.
I know I've mentioned this a few times on here. You want guys to play more? Why are the Sixers leading in back-to-backs? Why are their teams playing back-to-backs every other week? You want guys to play? You're worried about like management and like game management and all this shit, which people got pissed off about a couple years ago. Like Sixers got fined for it. I know that for a fact when they were dealing with the Embiid shit.
Well, as much as they're playing, why don't they just extend the season a little bit longer so there's not as many back-to-backs? They extend the season 3 weeks.
What's another?
It's already long as shit anyway.
Yeah, but make it longer. It's basketball.
Yeah,
This isn't hockey.
Already goes
Hockey's
into
long as shit.
mid-June.
So does hockey.
Incredible,
right? But hockey's physical. This is physical too, in a way.
Yeah,
right?
Hockey also
those guys aren't
2 weeks
pussies.
before NBA. Hockey starts earlier.
Yeah, but if you start earlier,
exactly.
you limit the back-to-backs. You spread games out more.
What's
Now
another?
you get more practice. You get more practice, more development for your players, right? And you get guys off their feet a little bit more too if you need to. And I think more guys play. I think
When did they start this year? The 3rd week of October, something around there.
I remember my birthday being November 1st was usually opening night. And now that's been pushed 3 weeks ahead. Yeah, it's the second week of October.
Yeah.
Opening night used to be right around my birthday.
Right around.
I remember I used to spend many birthdays at the Wells Fargo Center.
So we played more back-to-backs then than ever before.
Yeah, back then, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it still ended the same time. Still ended in mid-June.
I assume so. But also,
So
they weren't playing the West Coast back then, right?
Yeah, but if you don't make the playoffs, you're done in April.
Right.
If you make the playoffs and win a round, you still can be done in April.
Right.
So, for teams that aren't the last two standing, you're still getting substantial time off. Even if you extended the season, like later, you extended it 3 weeks. You extended it a month. The only one biting the bullet for that is the champ.
Mm-hmm. And those guys aren't playing in summer league anyway. Like, what do you got to do? Push the draft back another couple weeks? Okay. March Madness is in March. Like, that's done first week of April, right? It gives those guys who are at the top of the draft, gives them a little bit more to like scout these guys. Maybe they make better choices. Who knows? It's just seems so dumb to have a season so long and everything's about like player safety and stuff. And you're running guys out there for back-to-backs like all the time.
Yeah.
You want to see like, I mean, you're already paying $1 billion TV deals. Like, I don't know, like they got the NBA on like Prime and like it's back on NBC, like all these other channels and shit. Like they're paying a ton of money. Best way to make sure that you get your money for that is by expanding your stuff out so you make sure that these guys are playing every night.
And you still can't watch them, no. You still need to.
Right, exactly. But
you got all these. It boggles my mind. You got all these deals with streaming and all this, and yet you can't watch any game on demand. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Like I can't watch the Sixers on Prime any night, but I could go watch the Flyers on ESPN Plus every game down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. Like, what is? Yeah, to your point, what is all this money going out to Amazon and Peacock then? Mm-hmm. If you have deals with Amazon and Peacock, why isn't every game on one of those channels, at least online?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's dumb.
Absolutely. Dumb as shit. I got no problem with the NBC because home games are televised, right? Like locally. So like I have no problem with the Peacock one because I like games back on NBC. I think that's cool. Like it brought me back. The theme song brought me back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like so, like I'm like, okay, I'm back. And then we lost by 78. But before that, like
we lost both the games on NBC.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride. But I just want players. I just want players to play. And that's it, man. But we'll go Phil's hot stove. Obviously, the big name mentioned most recently has been Kettle Marte. Obviously, yes and yes. But
really,
what does that do?
Absolutely.
What does that do with Bryson Stott?
Well, he's got to be in the deal.
The one rumor is he would be in the deal. The one rumor I saw was him, Painter, and Griffin Buckhalter, and that's where I go, no.
Well, yeah, it all comes down to what you're willing to give up for him. Because, again, the dude's, if he's not the best second baseman in baseball, he's top 3. Right? Like, he's
32.
Right. Like, yeah, he's 32.
Still got 5 years left, $100 million left on his deal.
92. But, like, realistically, if you take him for 3 years, right? Like you'll eat those last couple years if
you ain't taking 283. You ain't taking 283 with 28 homers
again, dude.
Last year,
a stud. He's a stud. He's at I was looking up.
He's a career 281 hitter. He batted 283 last year, 292 the year before, 276. Had a 240 year, but then 318, 287, 329. And younger, 260 when he was younger. But the powers come over the last 3 years, 25 homers, 36, 28. So power numbers come there. Strikeouts aren't huge, which is important to this lineup, right? Only striking out.
Yeah,
not even a ton, dude.
No, last year was nuts. He had 200 since 2024, 283 hits, 51 doubles, 64 homers, 167 RBIs. 129 walks, only 189 strikeouts. 288, 374 OBP, 539 OPS.
Am I trying to win?
Go get him.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to give up Painter either, but like, am I trying to win now, or what am I trying to do? I'm not giving up Painter, but I can give you other stuff.
That series against us?
Who
won them that series?
Marte.
He got
several huge hits against us.
And he's a switch hitter.
Yep.
He's a better hitter from the right side, by the way, power-wise. What do we need? Right-handed power bat.
Oh, he nailed it.
He hits it in the gap. He hits moonshots. He does it all.
Again,
he's a really good second baseman.
I love his card.
He killed us in 23.
You know, like, look, you want to go and change the culture. You want to go and get guys who have been in big spots and have shown that they can produce. There you go. And it's not like it's a rental. Like, if you want to trade something, obviously I wouldn't want to trade Aiden Miller or Andrew Painter. But if I got to trade one of those guys, I'd probably rather trade Painter and then re-sign Ranger Suarez.
Well, if I had to trade Painter, then I'm giving you Bohm. I'm not giving you Stott, and I'm moving Bryson Stott to third base. I'm gonna do that experiment, right? Because
you could even move Stott to short and move Trey to third.
Yeah, there's a lot of moves you could do there. So, I think it makes your defense better.
But yeah, it comes down to what you're willing to give up and what they're asking for. Would I do that? Would I love Ketel Marte in the middle of this lineup? Give Bryce Harper and presumably Kyle Schwarber, a guy hitting in between them?
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Huge.
You kidding me?
It's a bat we're missing. Mm-hmm. And when you're trying to win right now, I'll give up prospects all day. Like, I'll give Andrew Painter up tomorrow if need be. Yep. Like, I really will. I love him. I do. Greg knows how I feel about it. I'm in total win now mode. So the way I get the win now mode is fixing an issue. And an issue is another big time bat in this lineup.
Yep.
Need another big time bat somewhere in this lineup. And a switch hitter with more power from the right side is the perfect recipe, perfect ingredient for my recipe on what I'm trying to do here.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. I mean, starting pitching is obviously not the problem here. They weren't the problem in the playoffs. They kept us in every game. Yeah. I mean, really, it's the lineup. We need a spark. We need a spark, and Ketel Marte can absolutely be that spark. I mean, he sure as hell was for the D-backs in the 23 NLCS. That's for damn sure.
He's a better player than what we have.
Where did you lose that series against the Dodgers? Your top three guys were non-existent in 3 of the games.
Yep.
Right? 4 of the games, however many games you played, 3 of the games. So if you go Turner, Harper, Marte, Schwarber, or if you flip Harper and Schwarber, whatever it is, you have a switch hitter in between there. If you're going to throw a righty, you got 3 straight lefties, or you can break up the lefties. And it's not Alec Bohm in the middle there.
Yeah.
Like, not that Alec's not a good player. I think he is good. I think he's honestly underrated, but he's shown that he hasn't been
good, not great.
He hasn't been like a bona fide guy that can protect both of the 2 studs.
No.
Right? You don't have that.
And I like him a lot, but he just hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, we just got to go. We got to go. We got to go spend the money. We might have to give up some assets. We don't want to give up, but the time is now. If you're trying to win it now, right? Justin Crawford's going to play here, right? So you're bringing up one of your big prospects. But I think the goal of those prospects is always, right, I might have to give up 2. I might have to give up 2 out of 3 over time. But can I just give up? Can I keep 2 out of 3? I think if you keep 2 out of 3, we'd all be good with that. So which one do you covet more? Which one do you believe organizationally is the better player? Right? Is it Andrew Painter or is it Aiden Miller? Which one do they covet more? Right? And then the other one has to be up for grabs. And if it comes back to bite you, who cares? Because at this point, you have to win now. And no respect to Aiden Miller, he's not ready to help us win now. And no respect to Painter, I don't know if he's ready to help us win now.
Sure didn't look like it last year.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's not
I'm not out on him.
That's not fair to the kid.
No, I'm not out on the kid.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He may go on and have a great major league career. I'm just
he's going to be in the start rotation this year.
He'll be in the rotation. He absolutely will be because
no question about it.
Because it'll be Wheeler. Well, you'll go Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola, Painter, Luzardo, and then depending on whatever you're going to do with Ranger Suarez, if you're going to be able to bring him
Nola,
back, which I don't. Well, yeah, I said Nola. So
did you? I didn't hear.
Yeah, Wheeler. Because it'll go Wheeler's the 1, Sanchez is your 1A. I put Nola, Luzardo, and then Painter. Right, there's your 5-man rotation per se. Now we kind of talked about like Ranger or whatever we're gonna do with Luzardo, if we extend him or if we trade him.
It's simple as this: like Painter's going to be your 5th starter, right?
Yeah.
So it's low expectations for your 5. I'm not saying you can just find those guys off the street, but I'm not going to break a deal on trading them for Ketel Marte. Like, you know what I mean? There's certain guys that I say, okay, this guy is more important than my 5th starter this year. For this year, he's more important. For next year, more important. Now, 3-4 years from now, you might be more important. But I can't worry about 4 years. I really have to worry about the next 2 or 3. Where the window's here.
That's certainly what Dombrowski better be thinking. I mean,
it goes against Dombrowski's MO that he hasn't traded one of these 3 guys yet.
Yeah,
it goes against because it's what he did in Boston. It's what he did in Detroit. Right, it's his MO to trade prospects to go and win now, and he hasn't done it, which is honestly insane to me. I'm shocked that it's lasted this long, but depending on, I know that the Phillies have reached out to Arizona. I don't know if he scoffed at their asking price, right? So I'm sure they're like, oh yeah, we'll listen to offers on Ketel Marte. We'll take your house, we'll take your car, we'll take your wife. Yeah, all right, that's cool. Here you go. I go, all right, relax. But look, the dude's a premier second baseman in a team that traded away some of their guys who are expiring and they missed the playoffs last year. Now, Ketel Marte and Corbin Carroll are 2 of the best players in baseball. They got Corbin Burns over there. So it's not like the Diamondbacks are a bad squad, but you're in the division with the Dodgers and the Padres who are consistently spending money, and the Diamondbacks don't tend to spend a whole lot of money. And, with the potential lockout coming in, are those smaller market guys going to be willing to pay out that money? Who knows? But that's a different conversation for me because I think that every owner who's claiming poor should stick a stick directly up their asshole.
But no, it's a no-brainer. Like, you have to do it type deal.
Yeah, for sure.
It really is because, I don't know. And then I think you got to bring in Bregman too. Like, that's where my head's at. Like, I just think you got to go all in on what's out there, and you got to spend the money to win over the next 2 or 3 years. Like, you just have to.
Well, I mean, if you do that, right?
You got to get stupid.
Could you trade if you sign Bregman? Could you trade Bohm and Stott for Marte? Is that enough?
Probably 2 prospects that aren't
like a prospect who isn't one of your top 3 guys.
2.
Okay, you trade an arm and a younger shortstop.
Yeah, trade anything else.
You're talking Gene Cabrera,
yeah,
and one of your glutton of outfielders, Griffin Buckhalter, Dante Nori, one of those guys.
Yeah, those guys.
Or maybe
I'd
2.
I'd do that. If you're telling me you're bringing,
I'll do a 4 for 1.
Hitters,
yeah, I would trade Stott and Bohm.
Bohm, and then those.
My next best, or my next best prospect, the 3 for 1.
Like you're your number 4 prospect or whatever.
You probably have to give him 2. You know what I mean? You probably have to give him 2.
4 and some kid that's 18.
You give him your 3rd or 4th best prospect, and then your 17th. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're gonna want the prospects,
right?
It might even be a 5 for 2. Like, they might give you something else, and you're throwing a 3rd prospect in.
Mm-hmm.
That's 30th on your top 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm all in for that. Like, maybe they'll give me another veteran back, right? Maybe they'll get they'll unload some money to us, a reliever, or you guys know where I'm going with this. Yeah. Somebody that could help us, maybe.
I'm trying to think of that roster.
Greg, are you out on that?
I'm not on Marte at all in general.
Yeah.
But I also realize that I'm probably the absolute issue with this offseason.
Why, you just want to run it back again?
No, I don't. I don't want to run it back, but I don't. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Arizona obviously wants to get rid of Marte. They wanted to get rid of him at the end of the year, at the deadline. So why is that, right? How much of that locker room issue is real, right? And then I also look at if Bryce, he has. I'm not saying he's going to, but there was a time in Bryson Stott's early career where we all thought, when you look at Ketel Marte's number, maybe not the power numbers, but Bryson Stott was going to get offensively to where Ketel Marte is. Mm-hmm. He hasn't. He has not gotten there. Mm-hmm. But why am I going to risk going out and getting somebody who's 4 years older than him, making a whole lot more money than him, than just keeping the guy who's there, who in a year, 2 years, if he's not working out, then I got Aiden Miller that could come in and take that spot, or Trey takes that spot because Trey's going to be here for 30 years. Or I keep him and I don't trade him and like you said, move him over to third base. I'm not saying you. I know I'm the issue.
No, I'm a big locker room guy.
I understand that.
My issue with your thing is I'm a big locker room guy. I think we're past that.
Okay,
that's all.
Yeah, I understand that trading Bryson Stott would be trading Bryce Harper's son.
I'm not even worried about that. I'm just worried about the issues that Marte had in Arizona. Like you said, they traded everybody away that they could, and then they still almost made the playoffs. Yeah. So again, why are you looking to get rid of the best second baseman in baseball if you're still trying to field a competitive team?
Money. That's it.
I think there's more than that's it, but I hear you.
Well, it's the main reason
It's the big reason. He's older and money.
And
those are the reasons why I would pass. But
because they want to get younger. They want prospects. They want younger players. They're a type of organization that needs that influx, Greg. They don't have the money to spend. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to go all in. You're reluctant on a guy maybe in the locker room a little bit. Okay, well, what's really true, right? Is it a guy that just wants to win? Is that his frustration? We don't know. We're not in there.
Sure.
Okay, but I'm paying for the player. Because at this point, I've had the great locker room. I've done the perfect kumbaya. At some point, I got to change the culture. And I'm not saying I want all bad guys, but one guy is not going to destroy a locker room. He's just not. He's not. Now if he's bat 283 and it's 30 homers, he's not going to destroy the locker room.
No, I'm gonna knock the fact that it's money. Ketel Marte is 32 years old, 33 years old, right? He's making less than $20 million over the remainder of his contract. As a 32-year-old Ketel Marte free agent, what's he making on the open market right now? What's the contract he's getting? He's getting $300 million.
$40 million a year at least.
He's getting double that. Dylan Cease just signed a contract today for 7 years and $210 million. And I said in our group chat, I think Rangers will get 300 if he got 210. Because that dude stinks. He stinks. He had a 4 ERA this year. He got $210 million? Come on, man. Baseball money, again, with these TV deals that they're getting. And the reason that, the lockout's coming is because these guys are making a ton of money. A ton of money. And now, you mean to tell me that $20 million or less than $20 million for a top 3 second baseman in baseball who switch hits and plays borderline Gold Glove caliber defense is a bad deal? Absolutely not. On the surface, Ketel Marte, I would absolutely take him on this team, bar none. Now, if you're asking me for all 3 of my top 3 prospects, I'm hanging up. That's it.
Here's a question for you. You mentioned the lockout. You think we avoid a work stoppage?
No.
If they're smart enough.
It's going to come down to, well, I'm very pro player in this aspect where I don't think that any owner of a team who can't spend money deserves to own a team.
Yeah.
Spend your money. You're worth $1 billion, $2 billion. Right. Jerry Reinsdorf, perfect example. Chicago owns the Bulls and the White Sox. Okay. Dude's worth $2.2 billion. Right. He's sold 2 star left-handed pitchers to the Chicago White Sox to the Boston Red Sox over the last 10, 15 years. Yeah. What's come of that? Nothing. The White Sox have been awful except for like 2020. They've been terrible. Versus the Cubs, who are on the other side of town, who have perennially been one of the best teams who get people coming in to go to games and do all this other shit and spend money. Why can the Chicago Cubs or the White Sox, who have been around for just as long as the Cubs, not do the same thing? Why? I've seen their prospects. They have a decent roster over there, right? Like, at least like young guys who can prove. Why not spend a little bit of money? Why aren't they trying to get people to come in there? Like the Reds always sell guys whenever they come up to a contract. They have a nice ballpark out there. I've been to Cincinnati, right? It's a solid. They have Hunter Green, really solid pitcher. Why are you not trying to build around him? Spend some money. Like, you'll get people to go to games. The Reds have perennially been one of the best teams in baseball, like historically speaking. Same thing with the Pirates, right? Like, again, good ballpark, solid market. The Steelers always do pretty well. The Penguins always have like guys coming in. Why are you not spending money in these markets to get guys to come in? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, they're bitching about a cap because they feel like they can't spend like the top 10. No. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that's their argument. They want a cap in it. I'm in between on that.
Right.
I see benefits to a cap. I see
pearls.
Well, they feel like without a cap, they can't compete with the likes of, say, the Yankees, the Dodgers, and those.
I think a cap makes you. I think a cap makes you have to be a smarter GM. Like I have no problem with a cap. You know what I mean? I have no problem with a salary cap. A salary cap makes you have to be a smarter GM, a smarter organization, smarter guys around. You have to draft better. You have to develop better. Right, guys? There's nothing wrong with a cap. And
you can't just buy your way out of a problem.
Yeah, like I hate deferred money 33 years to Shohei Ohtani. That's a joke. Like the deferred money shit and all that, it's a joke. That's what's ruining the game because teams can just go spend billions of dollars on players and defer half of it. Like it's not even fair. Like we're like, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's never gonna be able to spend what the Dodgers or Yankees spend. Right? Like Cincinnati, great ballpark, probably never gonna be able to spend what a top 5 market can spend. Right? There's teams that can't. Like the Padres will be able to. Because they're a big market in a weird way. Angels never will really truly be able to spend it, even though it's in LA, right? They should be able to.
Well, they can. They just decide not to.
They can. They just don't.
They do, but they spend it on the wrong stuff and that for years. But then, like you said, Chicago's top 5 market, period, top 10 market, right? Always. So no excuse there. The only excuse is like Tampa Bay and the really small ones, because there is small ones.
Tampa Bay, Miami, I understand, right?
Yeah, like, Miami,
like maybe Colorado, but even there, like that's a big 4 market, right? Like any of these cities that have multiple professional sports teams, especially ones that are competitive, like I'm looking at Pittsburgh, I'm looking at really Pittsburgh's probably the biggest one. The fact that because their ballpark always gets a decent amount of people, and like. One of my buddies is a pretty big Pirates fan, and he doesn't understand. Like everything just pisses him off because like they have good talent, and the second that they come anywhere near close to money, they trade him out, right? And they're already talking about trading Paul Skeens.
Yeah, they need a salary cap.
Like what?
They need a salary cap. You need to spend your money wisely.
A
floor, but like if you're gonna like the floor is
whatever it's called.
I don't think the cap helps the game at all. I think the cap ruins the game.
Dumb.
I don't know what you mean by floor or any of this shit.
You have to spend X amount of money.
Right. Because
you have to spend a minimum amount.
Okay.
I thought they had it. I thought they had it because if you wanted to be involved in the revenue sharing of the league, you had to meet a minimum threshold of your salary. And if you don't hit that, then you don't get the revenue sharing throughout the league. But I don't think the Marlins hit it this year. Like I had the Marlins pegged as a landing spot for, and they still might be because we have one more year on them, but a landing spot for Walker because they just need the salary.
Walker,
they need a cash cow, really. Not that he's any good, but yeah, I don't know that because the deferred money has been around forever, right? Obviously, we got the Bobby Bonilla, contract has been around forever. I agree. There's got to be something to it, but I think you got to deal with a floor. Dealing with the owners who are scumbags versus dealing with the guys that are willing to spend money.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers spent more in like taxes than like 10 teams this year in salary. something like that. It may not have been
Well, that's
that
what,
high, maybe
and
like
that's what
5
I sort. But that's what I sort of meant about the salary was like, teams got to spend it. Like you got to spend your money to hit that number, and then okay, if you want to have teams spend more, that's fine. But there should be a limit too, and a cap on what you can and what you can defer. Right? Like there has to be, man. Like the stuff that's going around is killing it, dude. They're gonna be getting NBA. They're gonna be getting more money than NBA players soon, right?
Some of those guys already are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean half the Dodgers roster already is.
No, but I mean like guys who shouldn't. Dylan Cease, right? Like guys who shouldn't get $200 million deals, right? That I worry about that part of it, but that's not my problem. That's for them to figure out. But I agree with you guys. Like that's what it should be. You should have to spend X amount a year to be part of revenue sharing, or we'll fire you as a general manager. And that's probably what they did in Miami.
I just have a hard time punishing general managers that want to spend money and that do spend money for.
What do you mean for like
the scumbags? Well, like the
tax?
Phillies, the Dodgers, right?
Like tax?
Yeah, like I mean, the tax is fine, right? But even that limits Dombrowski sometimes, or Middleton to go over that limit. You know what I mean? But
I think you're good now.
no, yeah.
So
that was it. It's just I just don't like punishing the owners, whatever team they are, however we really like it or not, for spending the money for the handful of scumbags that are fake rich and can't spend the money.
It's crazy. Let me look at this year's.
Because it's criminal, like you said, right? It's criminal for the Pirates to be sitting there debating on trading Paul Skeens in year 2 already. When realistically, they could have one of the best, with Bubba Chandler probably coming up next year. You probably just those two alone. And then the South Jersey kid, Salamato, might be up soon. You could have an awesome rotation of young pups, young studs, and what, you're going to trade them away every 3 years because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you can't fund the team. Then why are you owning it? Sell the billboards. Be like Major League. Sell the billboards in the outside.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at 2026's projected payroll, right? The Dodgers' projected payroll is $332 million, right? Which is $70 million higher than the Blue Jays, which are 263 at second, tied with the Mets, right? Yankees 260, Phillies 240, Houston 223, Atlanta 221. And then you go down to the bottom 5. A's 75 million, Cleveland 75 million, Pittsburgh 66 million, White Sox 64, Miami 59. Like these guys are paying more in luxury tax than like these other teams are paying in general payroll. Like it's not even close. Like that's the reason why these teams are so bad. And somehow, I don't know how Cleveland does it, but they're always somehow in it. They don't spend any money ever.
Yeah.
Half
What
the
they
payroll
spend? What they spend?
Like Cleveland. They're spending, I think it's like $65 million next year, as of right now.
And they're already trying to get rid of Stephen Kwan. They tried at the deadline because they know they have to pay him. He's got one more year of control.
Yeah, I'll go take him.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. We could use a. He plays center, right?
No, he's left field.
Or left fielder.
He's a left fielder. Yeah, he's a left-handed hitting left fielder. He's a good defender, good defensive player, but again, it's just so dumb to me. They're like, how are you? You're making more in that in just revenue sharing. In just revenue sharing, you're making more than that. Like, and that doesn't include TV deals or like your ticket sales or your jersey sales or anything else you're gonna get in the stadium. Like,
thank you, Eddie.
I'm in poor. Like, come on, man. Just
thanks, Eddie. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Yep.
The Flyers got another win tonight.
Yeah.
Too. You know, on a positive note.
Yeah,
Philadelphia at the moment.
I get pissed off talking about how like all these owners who, like I said, are hundreds of millionaires or billionaires that are claiming poor because you can't afford to pay, your best player. If you can't afford to pay guys to make yourself competitive, you should not own a franchise. You just shouldn't. Sell it.
No, I agree with you. All sports.
Yeah, every team. If you're in it to try to make money, then you're not doing it for the right reasons.
Nope.
Because I'm waiting for the NBA or the NFL to come in and throw something down because the Eagles like to throw out bonuses and stuff like that because Jeffrey Lurie's because Jeffrey Lurie has cash.
Exactly.
Right? They restructure all of them to signing bonuses because Lurie has enough cash to give out. Not every owner has that. So I'm waiting for the NFL to say, hey, no more signing bonuses, or your signing bonuses are only able to be X amount because not everybody is cash cash rich like Jeffrey Lurie is. And what, that's our problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. Like, I see people in comments on like Instagram or Twitter, like, oh, well, why should they have to spend money? I'm like, why would they not spend money? Do you like watching your team lose? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Why would you own a franchise and like watch them lose 100 games regularly? Why? Why would you want to do that?
I'd be more of an issue if I was that rich than I already am with no money.
I'd be in that locker room, like bitching at them for losing games. Like, what do you mean?
Well, on another note, because we beat that horse.
Yeah.
Right, which I love. This is what we do. But is there any other hot stove Phillies relations?
JT seems to be getting a lot of buzz from other teams, which is good or bad depending on where you are on the JT issue. Latest
are we okay with Marshawn as an everyday catcher?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Well, then.
So if JT,
I would say we have to make every effort to bring JT back. Sorry, right?
No, you're fine. If JT signs somewhere else, which honestly I'm really not that upset. I wouldn't be that upset if JT went somewhere else, but you then have to trade for somebody because you can't go into next season having Marshawn and Stubbs as your two catchers. You can't do it. So you have to go and trade for something.
I'll just pay him what he wants.
Not when you're a contender, you can't.
Yeah,
I'll just pay him and Schwarber what they want.
Sure. Again, I'm cool with that. You already know that Castellanos is leaving in some way, shape, or form. Walker probably too. So you're either eating that money or trying to find somebody to take it.
We're probably eating on both.
Probably eating them both.
I guess we're eating on both.
Which is fine, whatever. But no, I mean, baseball doesn't start until after the winter meetings, and that's closer to Christmas, if not after Christmas.
Yeah, I was hoping with the Naylor signing and
time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but somewhere around there.
I think it's mid December. I was hoping with the Naylor signing and some of these other signings, we would start to pick up. Obviously conversations have picked up, but nothing about moving. Moving pieces and stuff like that. Like you said, the catcher situation is so interesting.
And is some of that because of the doom and gloom of what's to come in 2027 potentially?
Possibly.
I think some owners are getting a little tighter with the purse than they normally would be.
It's definitely possible.
For sure. Because I don't think it's going to happen, but if they do institute some sort of salary cap, they don't know what it's going to be. And if you're paying a guy $30 million and the cap's $300, do you want to do that? I don't think it's going to happen. There may be some concessions here or there, but I don't think that a cap is going to happen just because players won't do it. They just won't. It's the whole reason that they didn't have the 94 World Series.
Yeah.
So
it's the reason Bryce was told snitches get stitches, basically.
No, I think you'll start hearing more stuff going up to Christmas.
Well, no, I just think JT and Schwarber are guys that should be a priority. Spend whatever you need to spend.
Yep.
Again, it's stupid money. It doesn't matter. You're in a 2 to 3 year window. And go get me Stephen Kwan and go get me Ketel Marte, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'll feel pretty good. And go get me Bregman too. I'll feel pretty good. That's what I want. I want all that. And you can tell me I'm crazy, But if you want to beat the Dodgers, go get all of it. It's not a hard concept.
Yeah.
You want to beat the big bad wolf, you got to go match it. Go match it. Go match it.
I'll definitely take Quan over Tucker. I'll give you that. I think Quan's price is going to be too high.
I don't give a shit. I'll give him. I want Quan and Marte. I want professional hitters in this lineup. I want guys.
I know you don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. I'm trying to win.
I know you don't.
You should trust your drafting. You should be able to replenish. Draft well again.
All they're right now outside of Miller. All they're towards the big prospects are obviously pitchers or outfielders.
Well, I know they're.
It's definitely not catching. Catching's interesting. I think I might have brought this up, but to me, you have three options catching. You obviously re-sign JT at whatever you need to do, right? But you're starting to hear rumblings of teams going 4 or 5 years for him, which I think is insane. You make a trade down to Baltimore for Adley Rutschman, 28-year-old switch hitting catcher who obviously is in need of a new home, new landing spot. Down year, but maybe a new spot with a fresh team and a better organization revitalizes them. Or you go out and you get a kid, right? You trade Bone to Seattle for Henry Ford. Henry Ford is just about major league ready, but is obviously blocked by Cal Raleigh. 24 years old would be your catcher. I was just seeing some stats on him today. He throws out 23% of his runner in the minors, right? But hit 285, 283, 23% of his runners call stealing. So you'd hand the reins over to him with, Marchand as your preferred, obviously, backup with Stubbsy in the minors. So it's interesting because that's a way you can kind of break it up. But JT, obviously, we know what he is defensively. What's he going to be offensively as he ages is naturally a major question that we don't know.
Well, what's he going to be defensively when he ages too?
That's true. Thankfully, he's not a Sal Fasano body. He takes care of himself.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it's still catcher position stuff. And I agree with Joey. I agree with Joey Harrison Bader. I like Bader.
I like.
I would like Crawford, Bader, and Stephen Kwan. Go give me those three guys as my starting outfield, and I feel like I'm going.
Power.
I don't need it. I have it elsewhere. Right, I'm having it by Marte, Harper, Schwarber, Bregman, Turner. I'm bringing that power elsewhere. You can spread your power. Doesn't have to be put in certain places. As long as the power is there, it's there. Right? A lot of teams second basemen can't drive baseballs. Right? You know what I mean? A lot of teams shortstops can't drive 30 homers. Right? So, but the right fielder might. We're going to do it different. We're gonna go for guys that can hit for contact and have good at bats, and then the power guys.
I'm all for that.
And the power guys can do what power guys do. I just did it for Dave Dombrowski. Like I just sat here and gave you a formula that you can compete with the Dodgers. That lineup. If you had Bregman, Marte, Quan, Bader back, Schwarber back, JT back, you got them all back, say, right? You get all that. That lineup is absolutely good enough to compete with the Dodgers and beat them.
So give me some color.
Bader worries me though, because he had his only good year was this year.
Yeah, but then you got Marsh.
He's been kind of. Well, I'm just saying to throw a bunch of money at Bader, who's 34 years old.
I'm not throwing a bunch of money.
He's 34. Jesus.
He's 34 years old. He's not young.
I was talking about like a 2-year deal.
That's what he had a 2-year 20, and he declined it. He had another year at $10 million.
Yeah, another year at 10. So
what is option? Well, yeah, he signed a 2 for 20 with Minnesota.
Well, give him a 2 for 25.
Yeah. Who's
more
money? Who cares? It's not our money.
2 for 25.
I hear you.
So I mean, I just
don't know how good he's going to be again. He had a really good year.
And if he's not, you got Marsh to play a lot more, right? So you make your move. Got a lot of lefties, but who gives a shit? You got enough righties. You got enough righties with Marte, Bregman, JT, Turner. You know what I mean?
Marsh can switch it anyway.
Marsh can't.
No, he
Can't wait, man.
Marsh is lefty.
But Bader's a righty if he played. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I'm sorry. Yeah,
So, I mean, you get your righties. Like there isn't a problem with too many lefties now. It's not a lefty problem. Nobody can ever use that excuse. And you got lefties coming off your bench. You got a righty coming off your bench in Sosa. Yeah. Come on, man. That's a really good baseball team for giving up a fifth starter, and and you bring Wheeler, and you got Wheeler and Sanchez and Noah Luzardo as your top four. That's fun. Bullpen looks good, feels good on paper.
Yep.
Right? I'm sure it might, you add some things, you add a thing or two there just for it to get deeper. But man, that team would be built to win right away. Right away. Good enough. So we'll see. Boys, got anything else on the way out? 12:03. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's official, babe.
Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, good. Go. Enjoy the time tomorrow, everybody, and then just go win a football game on Friday. Calm things down a little bit. Give yourselves a little bit more time going into next week. Again, it's solid NFC contender, right? I know maybe overachieving a little bit, but hey, Bears are still pretty good. Go win. Go be another good football team.
Go be an 8-3 football team.
Mm-hmm.
Go get the job done Friday, and enjoy family tomorrow. Enjoy great food, and enjoy football, baby. Enjoy football. I think Thanksgiving's all about family and football. And
Food,
2
family,
F's.
football.
Yeah, 3 F's. Sorry, Greg. My bad for even not putting the other F in. Fuck me. There's a 4.
That's another one.
If you guys haven't seen Saturday Night Live, had a really good skit, like family Thanksgiving tonight. I don't ever watch it. It was just on because I had NBC on from the Sixers last night down here. It was a good skit. Go watch it.
I've never watched Saturday Night Live ever.
You can probably see it on Twitter. The family Thanksgiving skit. It was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
It was funny. I was cracking up. But listen, have fun tomorrow. Enjoy family. Have fun watching some ball. And it's just tomorrow's football is fun, even more fun because you're playing Friday. Now, would have loved that to be a night game.
Yeah.
Would have loved to give me why are you not giving us Friday under the lights? Is there 2 games tomorrow? Is that why?
There's 3 games tomorrow.
No, Friday, I mean. Is there?
I think it's the Eagles game.
So you're playing at 3:00?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there might be basketball on Prime afterwards.
Oh, you know why?
I feel like there's golf on in the morning on Prime. There's the football, and then I think NBA's at night.
There's some college rivalry games Friday night too. It's rivalry weekend for college football.
They just refuse to go against it.
I'm pretty sure the Egg Bowl is Friday night.
Yeah,
you got A&M and UT going at it. That'll be a huge one.
That makes sense. I got where to go at 3:00 then.
Yeah,
it's a weird start time. Well, it's Good Friday. I know where I'll be sitting, watching that one. But we love you all. Appreciate everybody for the comments. If you haven't, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Stay with us forever. Go Birds. Go Sixers, I guess, right now. A lot of guys. Keep playing good puck. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday. And me and Greg, we might see you Friday. We might see you Sunday. We're definitely going to see you one of the 2 days.
Yeah.
So, turn your alerts on. You'll find out when. For Noe Eaton, Ryan Louise, Greg Mockvick, I'm Tom Arnone. We out.